Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all doing well tonight. We're doing pretty well. I mean, we're in the Vents of Fury, or we're about to be, so we'll see how well that goes. It's not the Vents of Fury. I don't care what the chat says.
At least our characters don't know that that's what it's called.
Right?
Otherwise, they might be a bit more suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't be
We're going through
suspicious.
stages of grief, maybe.
Yee.
Actually, it's not quite that, but it's kind of close. Anyway, hello, everybody.
Because
Welcome
where
to
were
this
we
episode.
at the beginning?
You were in the
What was the
Grottos of
area?
Regret.
Oh, right, regret.
Yeah.
Regret?
No regrets.
Not
No
even
regrets.
a single letter.
The
Not even a
Regrato.
single. No regrato.
Regrato.
Domo arigato,
No,
Mr.
Christa,
Regrato.
no. What?
They named it knowing that would happen.
Name
Yeah,
what?
they probably did.
They named it the Regrato of Regret, knowing it would be called the Regrato.
The Regrato.
What
The
did
grotto
you
of
say,
regret?
Kelly?
I said,
Domo.
Domo arigato, Mr. Regrato. Domo. Anyway, hello,
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
Welcome. This is episode 31, if you can believe it. We've done this 31 times, plus
Lord.
all of our how-to episodes, which I was not expecting this module to go that long, but we still got a little bit of ways to go, and lots of time. Wow, actually, we only got like 15 pages to go. It's pretty nice. Getting close. Anyway, hello. I am your Dungeon Master, Kelly. Are you seeing him? And we're getting close to the end of Call of the Netherdeep, and thank you for joining us on this journey. We're going to do a quick round of introductions, then we're going to hop into game, because we've got a lot of ground to cover as we get into this super peaceful night. But before I do that, I just want to say a quick warning for content, just because the final part of Call of the Netherdeep is a very emotionally charged narrative. It does deal with a lot of things like depression, anxiety, resentment, trauma, things like that. And because of that, if anything shows up that makes you uncomfortable, take a break. Give us a pause, skip the scene, come back later. We'll still be here, but take care of yourself first, and it is not always it's not always what you need to be seeing in that exact moment. Also, quick warning to the players, if I'm a jerk tonight, it's all your fault and you deserved it. It is not me just role playing.
Hi, mom. Wait, what?
Oh, call me
I
mommy.
know.
All right, so the last two little things before we hop in. Before we started stream, we did a roll just to see who was handling which rival tonight. If you continue traveling together, if you don't end up in a combat with them, then we're just going to jump to the next game and we'll re-roll until everybody gets a chance to have them as a secondary character. That said, there was discussion last game on how, because of the vast array of initiatives, there was a real distance between who got to play and where they got to take their turns, and it got a little convoluted going between like having two separate turns. I know that most of you aren't used to being Dungeon Master, so you're not quite used to having that like 15 initiatives on a chart before. So to make it easier, we were talking about ways to do initiatives better, and I think the one that we settled on was the last episode. It was like about half of you are okay with it, and about half of you wanted to change it, right? Well, I am thinking that if half of you want to change it, that's enough to do it. So why don't we do it like this? Why don't we have both of you act on the same initiative? And we can do it one of two ways. We can either have you roll with both, because Maggie's there and is within 30 feet usually. That does mean that you'll have two sets of advantage initiative rolls, which is a little iffy for me. Because you're rolling them both at once, I would suggest you choose whose initiative bonus you're going to use, and you roll, and then the one with the higher initiative bonus goes first of your two characters. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
so we're using between us and the rival, we choose the highest initiative bonus.
Or the lowest
We
if you want to
roll
for
one
some reason. I don't care.
Fair.
Yeah.
And then between the two of us, the
Yeah.
person with the faster initiative goes first. Okay, yeah,
Right.
that works for me.
So, and just you'll still roll with advantage if you're within 30 feet of Maggie, but I don't want you rolling initiative twice, because then that's like, it's just too much dice rolling. And
No, and I think the one why I liked it, and again, like depending, I think we'll have using the highest initiative is like bonus is good, because if you roll like crap, like last round we just had waves and waves, so the initiative didn't change, so it just meant whoever went last didn't get much fighting. each
Yeah,
time. So that's like
Caitlan in particular was kind of pushed out of a lot of the combat because of that.
So that's like the one thing why I liked the thing but having the initiative bonus that might even that out for bad rolls, that might be a bit better. So no one has like super garbage initiative.
Okay. No, that works for me. I think that's so. If everybody's cool with that, we can go with that. If there's something I'm not seeing, please let me know. Cool. Seems good. And then the last thing that I was going to say is, let's see, we did initiative. What's the other thing that you guys need
Good
to
luck.
know? No, I don't wish you luck. I wish you level 11.
Woo!
All right.
This
So
actually
everybody
works
Very
now.
exciting.
All right, so everybody, you are going to be level 11 now. You leveled up when Io took the fragment. So go ahead, roll your hit points.
Well, that's a 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that.
I know.
I rolled
I
a
know.
Rolling ones. Oh, there's an 8. Nice.
I rolled a 7.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm up to 95 HP for Kaeko.
Nice.
Almost,
Same as
almost
me
triple
now.
digits. Nice.
Sabina, what'd you roll?
Jesus, really? I have 68.
Oh, jeez.
By the law, you have one more hit point.
Oh,
Yes,
I
you have
forgot about
nice.
that.
Also,
the rule of
hurt
nice.
them more, Kelly.
I got it. It's but no, by the rule of nice, because we are 14.
Fantastic. Truly. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Like it's a hit point. Like I think it's.
Well,
it's
didn't
great.
Isaac survive by 1 hit point at one point?
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure the 69.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Saved him. Yeah.
And for the wiki lords, if they're listening,
Yeah.
and I can message again with my thing, but for Keiko's magical secrets, I took a spiritual weapon.
Wait, you
Nice.
can't tell us.
And-
They're secrets.
That's true. Oh, true. You're right.
Fabulous
You're right.
secret powers were revealed to you when you held aloft your magic axe and sang.
It's like elven secret magic. You can't tell us.
Yeah.
25 years. Sorry. All right. So I am curious what you took, but you can keep
Spiritual
it.
weapon and gravity sinkhole.
You took a graviturgy spell.
I did after fucking Xarria. Kaeko would 100% want to learn a fucking gravity spell, man.
I mean, fair.
Nice. Yay! More hurt them mores.
I have taken my second level in Warlock because there is a real gross ability at 11th level Ranger that I considered trying to get to, mostly just because it allowed me to get rid of exhaustion on a short rest. But I decided to go with the character driven.
Well, the only thing I get at level
yeah.
11 is extra attack.
No, I did. I mean, that for you, that's tremendous, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
what
Christa's
can you
freezing
do
out
if you unleash incarnation?
Okay,
and
so
action
unleash
surge?
Christine only
incarnation
gets 8
adds an
attacks
extra
around,
attack.
right?
So if I
Yeah.
unleash incarnation and
Only.
action surge, I can get 7 in a
Oh,
round.
Good
7, right? 'Cause it's a
lord.
bonus action.
Well, because the unleash incarnation does not double, I think, with
If it's a bonus action,
action
it does
surge.
not.
no. Well, it's as when you take the attack action. So does it actually double? Then it's 8.
When you take the attack action, does it cost your bonus action to do it?
No.
Yep, it doubles.
Fuck yes.
Nope, nobody tell her that she can have haste cast on her as well.
What does that
Oh, don't
do?
worry.
I almost never get haste, so I always forget what it does.
Gives you an
That's
extra
okay.
attack.
An
Yeah,
extra attack, yeah.
if you want to.
Do
An
you
extra
want-
attack action? Or
Yes.
So
just
extra attack. No, it's an
So
extra attack.
you'd only get 10 attacks per round
Okay. Well,
with your action surge.
So we will just do that, and then
Well,
all of
it'd be
us
9,
just
I think.
sit back and
Yeah, we'll just
just like
that's
So this
disgusting.
has
Oh,
become
amazing.
Dorlen's spell storing item, with cure wounds in it, and it can be used by anyone 10 times a day, a long rest.
So does that count as an attack? Because then Zenada is the ultimate healer. Action search poke. Action search poke.
It's an action, unfortunately.
What's up?
Doesn't count as an attack.
Question: what is the visibility? It's shortened visibility, right?
Yes. You're thinking of Devil Sight?
No, Eldritch Spear.
Okay, so just a quick reminder, light in the Netherdeep is engulfed by darkness or dimly lit by iridium deposits. All non-iridium light sources in the Netherdeep shed light half as far as normal.
So, but those of us with dark vision have normal vision?
Unless the water is cloudy for some reason, yes.
Okay. It probably isn't going to help because I have goggles, so my dark vision is only 60 feet. So having an Eldritch Blast range of 300 feet doesn't really help me.
Probably not.
Not in a cave system.
No.
I would say,
not in the
honestly,
cave
that's not
system.
super useful. Some of the other things you were discussing were a little more useful.
Yeah. I'm kind of debating
What are you thinking?
Armor of Shadows.
I mean, does it raises your armor
it's-
class?
Yeah.
I mean, you could always use some more of that.
Well, hang on. No, it doesn't matter because it's not a bonus. It's a base of 13, which doesn't stack with real armor. I dislike this aspect of 5e. It's one of those things that's always
That it doesn't stack to the roof?
yeah. I love like stacking is part of the fun. Having
Not
your
for
buddy
a
from
dungeon
across
master,
the table. Well, that depends. See, I always enjoyed that when when one of my players would go, "Oh, actually, you forgot the +1," and then you kill the thing. It's amazing. It's teamwork at its best.
that is. But I'm talking like when you're up against someone with like level 2 monsters and they have an AC of 26. It's like,
Well, then you just throw level 5 monsters at them and kill all their friends, and then go, "Oh, you shouldn't have stacked so high."
Krista doesn't run
punishing
modules
other
usually.
people for one person's mistake, and that's not good. There's
Well,
other ways you
yeah.
can deal with it.
Dream sequence, and then you go back.
So what else could you take? So you're just looking for just evocations.
So I'm thinking of taking the one that I do want to take, which I feel is kind of funny, is Eyes of the Runekeeper, which allows me to read all writing.
Just
I feel
finally.
like Coralon has finally been like, you know what, you've worked hard enough.
That's it.
You're
You're hooked on phonics, bitch.
100% hooked on phonics, and has
Oh
just
my
been
God.
given godly abilities to read all writing.
By Dorlen,
Um,
obviously.
Mhm.
Obviously,
But she
fuck
fully
Coralon.
believes it's Dorlen.
Yeah.
Clearly,
So how many do you
Dorlen
get?
is
Do
that
you only
good
get
of a
one at this
teacher.
level?
Wow, I'm a better teacher than I ever
You
knew.
get 2.
You get 2.
Yeah, I might go with Grasp of Hadar or Repelling Blast. I feel like Repelling Blast because then
Grasp
I
of
can
Hadar, though,
people away.
brings them to Zenada and her 10 attacks.
This is very true. As
And
long as and
Kaeko
it's a
and
straight line
Xarria.
though, so I got to make sure that I'm positioning myself well.
You're pretty nimble though. Like Sabina's pretty
It's
mobile.
true.
And because
If only I
she
had
can
the
also
feet.
move through squares.
I
already
guess
told-
that's true.
You already brought up beast speech, and I informed Christa before game, when they were talking about taking beast speech, that there's no animal creature aside from Dax inside of the entire Netherdeep that wants to talk.
So, actually, speaking of things and so spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Is that considered a melee attack?
It is considered a magic
I
attack.
block?
I believe it's a spell attack.
Oh. Okay, so
Yeah.
it doesn't count for my mobile feat. That's good to know.
It does not technically, because it is attacking, not you. For
Okay.
those purposes. If
That
I'm not
sounds good.
mistaken, spiritual weapon. As a bonus action, you can move the weapon.
And repeat the attack.
A melee spell
I
attack.
think it might be a melee spell attack.
Okay, and then if I go over to mobile, it's official wording of mobile.
This is a melee
Caitlan, you
weapon
get more
attack.
spells and can destroy undead.
Yep. CR2
When you
now.
make a melee attack, it doesn't. So I'm guessing that doesn't count for spell melee.
Well, no, if it doesn't discriminate,
do-
like, I mean, there might be something in one of the online forums before you look it up, but until that
Okay.
gets discovered, I don't care.
Cool.
Okay. So put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments. I don't care. I had a long day. I don't care.
I'm gonna go with Grasp of Hadar
All right, cool.
and Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Okay. So you now can read. And now, anybody else have anything else that they want to talk about leveling? Cool. So let's do the thing that probably should have happened before the leveling, I realize now. Let's do introductions, starting with Robin.
Oh, yes.
After you listen to this random stranger talk about their character for 10 minutes.
Oh, we're at level 11.
That's
You
what we're
should
here
know
for.
us by now. But if this is the first time and you're jumping in at episode 31, you chaotic person, I admire you.
missed something.
I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does my Goliath barbarian, Kaeko Skaar, who yes, I am super duper excited for this level up.
Nice. All right, Christa.
Hello, I'm Christa. I use she, they, or her, them pronouns, and I am playing Sabina Moorden, the Lotus Den halfling, the Beastmaster Ranger and Warlock of Coralon, rival to a rival, along with her beast companion Dax the Moorbounder, who is now even more warlocky than before. She's a Morlock.
Morlock.
More Warlock?
More.
Beautiful.
Didn't you pick up another title last game?
Probably.
I might have. I've forgotten it, though. There's too many at this point.
Which Breck has just looked up the facts and he says it does count for mobile.
Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you,
Oh,
Breck.
Breck's in the chat. Hey, good to see you there.
Brick.
Let's pass it down to Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I go by he, him, or they pronouns, and I'm playing Dorlen Wildrock, the hyper, not focused gnome artificer.
Nice.
Or look at castle.
There's no castle down here. It's not a fish tank. It's basically a fish tank. Over to Caitlan.
And I'm the
Oh,
goldfish.
nice. Well, we do have a lot of places where you could do circles, I think.
It's true.
Anyway, hello, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Xarria Rainn, the tiefling cleric of the Raven Queen.
Fantastic. And finally, last but not least, Christine. I
Hello.
didn't quite get it.
I am back in the proper green again, which
Bamp.
is good.
Bump.
I'm not looking forward to having to scrub it off, but it's back and it looks better. Which is good.
It's not easy, but you're looking mean and
It's
green.
not easy being green, but I don't know. I get pretty great cheekbones out of this. So
Also, everybody was rooting for you and hoping that you felt better after your bout of food poisoning last week. So,
yay!
welcome back.
Yes, I am better. It was a few days, but I am back. But yes, I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Zenada Vosh, our orc Echo Knight fighter. And FYI, if you think she's a blender now, just wait till if she ever got to level 18 and got Legion of 1. Because then you
God.
manifest 2 echoes.
That's bullshit.
It doesn't duplicate your attacks. However, you can split your attacks across any echo location. And you then have
Like a
3
bat.
points of attack from
The fact they didn't call
up
it
to
army.
8-9 attacks.
The fact they didn't call it
So-
army of me is a direct it's a
I
slight
mean,
on
Legion of One's
Bjork.
pretty awesome. But it also, when you roll initiative with it, and if you have no unleash incarnations left, you automatically get 1 back.
What?
Gross.
Yeah.
So if you exhaust it in a fight and then you get in
Gross.
another fight, you can do it again.
Oh my
Once.
god.
But that's level 18.
Disgusting. That's amazing.
All right, so folks, we're gonna hop into game in just one sec. Before that, I just wanted to thank the folks at Ping for allowing us to broadcast in high def stream, so you can see all of the players' lovely faces. It's all thanks to Ping.gg and our lovely player Bryn. Thank you so much, Bryn, for the support of you and your company. It's fantastic. If you want to stream like us, go to Ping.gg and find out how today, because they're pretty reasonably priced, actually. Besides that, other things, we have a couple of little mini announcements I want to say. Number one is that we are doing a demo next Friday night of how to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, because a lot of people are interested in it, and we have some players that are really big into Pathfinder. So myself and a few of the other players at Dork Tales are going to be taught by our own way how to play Pathfinder. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. And then the final thing is that thank you to everybody who has swelled in to support us over at patreon.com/dorktales. Over at our Patreon, we're always doing stuff behind the scenes. I actually just spent the weekend scheduling 3 new mini campaigns that I'm recording over the next 4 months. Specifically for release on Patreon. It's going to be fantastic. But we also have a new announcement. When we hit 150 patrons, we are going to have a brand new game in the alignment, a once monthly Star Trek Adventures game ran by our very own Bunny Hearted. So if you want us to live long and prosper, go to patreon.com/dorktales today. And I can guarantee Millsworth does an amazing Star Trek Adventures game.
Yes.
I'm so sad.
If you think Kelly's great at running stuff, Millie is amazing at running Star Trek.
Yeah.
Can confirm, have played under her.
They love Star Trek so much. All right. And I think that's about it. Does anybody else have any announcements? Any other things to talk about that otherwise we'll just talk about them during the break? Perfect.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. All right. So without further ado, let's hop in to Call of the Netherdeep here on Dork Tales. The last thing that happened in the previous episode was that you survived the Battle of Betrayer's Rise. Wave after wave of spiritual combatants surged at you, attempting to tear you limb from limb as you relived the Apotheon's memories of that fateful conflict. After that, though, you were quite tuckered. You holed up in a small side chamber, one of the 3 grottos that had held the battle at one point. One of them had a wall fall away, just like those other 2 marble pillar chambers before. In this one, Io entered, claimed one of those wispy moats that had been claimed before by Sabina and Dorlen. And then you settled down to rest and recuperate. But as you did, your minds parted. Like a mist, like water, revealing a scene before you. A young man stands atop a mountain and beholds a green Zorhazian vista. He holds a handful of lush flowers. The vision shifts, and now he looks over the same landscape, blighted by the calamity. The greenery is burned to the ground. Corpses litter the hillside, and he grips a sword, dripping with blood. The vision stays with you for a moment. They've started to become often enough, though, that I'm not sure if you even bother to mention it. But then you curl up and prepare to rest. Xarria ends up with first watch. Dermot as well takes it. And they're willing to let anybody else join them as well, but a couple is enough.
I can't remember. I feel like I had said I was going to take a specific watch, but I can't remember which one I said. I'd probably first because I wasn't very hurt, so I'll be on first watch.
Dorlen's already sleeping
Yeah, so right, yeah, you
on his mesh pillow. A waterproof mesh pillow.
All right. You take a full rest. Everyone is going to regain their hit points fully. But as the 3 of you sit and watch the murky black water, littered with little specks of ruidium, glow throughout whatever time expanse this is. Night, day, it's impossible to tell down here. Dermot and Galsariad sit nearby you. Galsariad engrossed in a tome. I bet he's pretty thankful that doesn't get waterlogged because of the magic. Right, Sabina?
Yeah, I didn't bring any books with me just because of that. I'm learning to read.
Oh, just a second. He reaches into his pack and pulls out a small paperback tome. It's not particularly exciting, but I picked this up in town a while ago. He passes it to you. You'll see that it is a field guide to the birds of Marquette.
Yes. I think Sabina instinctively just looks at the pictures because that's kind of what she's used to, and kind of like identifying some birds that she's seen and like recognizing what they are, but then starts to realize all of a sudden that she's been reading the words and hasn't really noticed and has just been like kind of processing them and going, wait, I don't know that name of that bird. How do I?
So which one's your favorite?
The speckled larkin? That's a speckled larkin.
It looks like that's what it's called.
That's just Forthunius. That's not even, is that common?
I think they're fairly common to Marquette.
Sorry,
I think
the language
roost in...
is that word like in common, in like the common tongue?
Well, the genus that you were listed isn't. It's actually Elven. It's. I didn't know you read Elven.
She's gonna kind of grab her necklace sort of under her armor and...
It's going to feel slightly electric as you touch it. Just a momentary buzz in your fingertips.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know I read Elven either.
That's... What do you have? Is it prominently displayed or is it under?
It's probably kind of underneath, but if it sort of like tingles a little bit, I mean, she'll probably be like touching to her chest or maybe like pull it out.
Are you having issues or something?
No, you follow the Luxon, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Are you familiar with Coralon?
Not personally.
But you've of who she is.
Well, I know who they are. Yes.
I didn't know who they were. But apparently they've been looking out for me. And a lot of the things that I thought had been some sort of magics that I had picked up along the road, something that had been inherited from my parents, perhaps. It turns out that it might have just been them. And I think I met them. And now it seems that I'm not in service, but we are in an exchange, and I am doing my best to do well by them. But I think they have allowed me to read, which is something I have wanted for a very long time, and is awfully kind of them.
That is awfully... Congratulations. It seems like it's a really big step for you.
Yes, thank you. And I will have to... Can I return this to you later?
I've already read it a few times. Feel free, if you've seen any of them anywhere around Ankarel, I would appreciate it if you could annotate the book.
Of course. Yes.
I'm trying to see them all before we head back to Zoras.
Yes, I will absolutely do so. Thank you, Dermot.
It's not a problem.
Thank you for staying so kind as well. I know right now it's not easy, and I myself have found myself wavering from that. But you are an inspiration to that, so thank you.
Thank you. Sometimes it's hard to know the difference between kindness and weakness.
You are most definitely the former.
It's taken a while to figure that out.
It seems we have both made good strides.
Don't get cruel, okay? Look, I know... I know you two don't get along very well, he says, casting a glance at the sleeping form of Aya. You care a lot about your people, and she does the same.
I know I've heard people say that opposites attract, and I always kind of assumed that meant similarities repelled. And I think that might have been what happened. And I will work harder to see the kindness in others even when they don't wish to show it.
Are you going back to Xorhas when this is done?
I honestly don't know. I sort of promised myself I would leave, and, well, I promised myself I would get revenge, and that required being in Xorhas. But I don't know if that is my goal any longer, because my other... I for so long wanted to just escape Xorhas and never be part of it. I suppose the short answer is I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Are you?
Yeah, if we survive this, I have family. I mean, I grew up in Jigao, so I should probably check in on them. A lot of brothers and sisters.
That must be nice.
Yeah, sort of. I was the youngest. Well, I mean, I was the youngest when I was born. There might be more now. I was the 12th son.
Wow.
Yeah, we goblins, we make a lot of goblins.
Well, I think that would be lovely. I didn't have any brothers or sisters, and aside from Dax, so.
Wow.
And you're just as good as any of them.
He looks just like you.
Yes, the family resemblance, and she pushes her face up against Dax's.
You definitely, I'm not sure which one of your parents' teeth he got, but those are quite some chompers.
She's gonna kind of look over at Xarria and sort of lean a little closer to Dermot and say, "Is he all right?"
I'm fine. You'll hear just cut through the stillness like a knife, like a stiletto just slashing open like. The last thing that I need is the peanut gallery monitoring me. I will be even more fine when we find the root of this realm and tear it out. I cannot wait to see what its underbelly looks like. Not creepy at all, buddy.
It is the best place to strike at something, so I hope we get there soon.
Me too. A bit more time passes. Your shift watch changes. You settle down. As you do, Dermot says, "It was nice talking to you." Congrats.
You too. Thanks.
The next watch takes place. Xarria stays, for he only has to do a little 4-hour stint. And instead, Maggie, Io, and any of you joining that watch?
For long rests, for spellcasters, does it have to be uninterrupted to gain back your spell slots?
It has to be of rest that is not at all exhaustive.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can be
Kaeko
chilling.
You could do a middle.
Yeah, Kaeko will probably get up in the middle then.
Did you bring any cards? Maggie will say, kind of looming over you.
One second, let me just check my bag here.
I have dragon chess. But I'm kind of bored of playing it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it doesn't look like I have packed my cards. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure Irvin has a pack of cards on him, Io will say. Oh, I don't want to disturb him. They look comfortable. Maggie says, glancing over at the edge of the grotto where a pair of bodies are kind of sleeping quite close to each other.
It's kind of weird that we're sleeping in water. It doesn't seem normal.
What's wrong with that? I think it's totally normal. Io grins at you. You can see the light reflecting off her blue skin.
Oh yes, you're used to that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just built different.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm built different too. I've always
No,
been
they just
built
didn't
different.
stop. They just didn't know where to stop on you.
Well, that, but also none of my people accepted who I was and told that I was not a proper Goliath. So I definitely was not built right.
Screw your people.
Hmm.
I mean, I like Goliaths. They say it how it is. They don't really bullshit you. You're kind of a bullshitter, though, aren't you?
I kind of had to learn how to bullshit because otherwise I didn't get anywhere. They always wanted me to smash or do something.
Nothing wrong with
So
smashing.
kind of learned. I mean, I like smashing, but I wanted to learn music, so I kind of had to bullshit my way. I actually have this really interesting story. I managed to convince my old mentor initially. I got some paint and covered up my scars, and for the first bit, I just managed to convince them that I was under the effects of a prolonged enlarge reduce spell. Until one day when a bit of the paint kind of wore off, and then found out that I was a Goliath. But
What were you painting yourself
Oh.
like?
I was trying to be a bit more like human-esque.
Okay. So you decided to be a giant human instead of a badass, like, giant-blooded person?
I. Oh, that would have been a good idea.
You are a giant-blooded person. That's what a Goliath is.
Oh.
Because you're big.
To you. To me, I'm
You're
pretty
big to most
average.
people. You're big to everybody, but... Well, you're not that big to me.
See? It's all about perspective. Is what I've been told.
I mean, you're still pretty big, though, for, like, a person. Like a normal person, I mean, not like a hooker.
Yes. I guess we're all kind of different than what we were expected to be. People assume ogres are, you know, unintelligent, and you are far from the opposite, Maggie.
I'm far from the...
Or far from the truth. Far from the truth. I'm not very smart. I've learned what Bodhi's taught me, and that's about it. I'm not very learned. Other than the accent really pretends. This is what people think learned people sounded like, so that's why I adopted this accent from Bodhi. To again, put on a different persona.
That's your husband? The guy from the
Yeah.
the guy from the Emerald Loop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's cute. If you're into that sort of thing.
I am very much into that sort of thing.
No, it's probably for the
Oh,
best
he's-
considering you're married.
Yes.
How does that even work? Like, you just
Do
go
you
off
really
and-
want to? Oh.
No, I meant the gross. No, the adventuring stuff. Like you just bail for a bit and then
It's
I know
just
how that stuff works. I mean, that's how we... You're kind of a pervert, aren't you?
Yes.
Bards. Well, we don't have a bard. I thought it was because they turned you down. That was one time, and that's when we started putting up one ads. We got Irvin, and it all worked out.
Honestly, bards can be pretty fickle, and sometimes they can have an ego that's larger than their talent.
So which one are you?
Haven't you figured that out already?
Maybe I'm tone deaf.
Yeah. Maybe that's why another bard did turn you down.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe you can...
Xarria,
Yes.
I have a question as well while we're up here. I think you're probably getting sleepy-ish. I was just wondering if you,
I
in the
don't
next...
get sleepy. I'm an elf.
I was wondering if you could teach me a bit of that wolf magic.
The wolf magic? I think you're asking something that your ranger would be able to teach you.
No, the magic where you used forces that made people get, like, attracted.
Do you
Oh,
mean
that sounds
gravity
harder
or
to me.
enchantment?
The first one. Gravity.
I was about to say, if you're a bard who can't cast a simple charm person spell, you're kind of useless.
I just used my singing voice.
What do you want to know?
Just wonder if you could potentially teach me how to maybe harness some of that. I kind of was looking at how you were casting, and I was thinking of how that would work in terms of using the force of like vibrations and sound and trying to harness that and control it, but I also want to know maybe how you do it, because I don't want to start experimenting and
Years of
blow it
study.
up. Oh.
I Make a persuasion roll. He takes a nice long
Alright.
look over you.
Oh, persuasion, you say?
Yeah, I want to see whether or not you can convince him to do this.
Okay, I rolled an 11, so then I added 11, so that's going to be 22.
22. I can't teach you any spells or anything. It would be too far beyond your abilities to understand them, but well, pick up that rock.
Okay.
Now drop it. Do you understand the way that gravity works?
I mean, I've fallen off of things before, so I have a general understanding.
Do you know why gravity works?
No.
Okay. Larger things attract smaller things. There's an innate inertial force that tries to make two objects meet each other. In many ways, gravity functions the same as fate.
So I have gravity.
Yes, everything does.
You have gravity.
Although it's a little weird inside of this underwater realm.
But the world we stand in also has gravity, and that is bigger gravity, which is
But
why
it-
I fall.
Yes, and if a larger world came into contact with this, perhaps our world would fall onto it. And then we would probably all fall onto it as well. Which means that theoretically, you have more mass than Io.
Yes.
So theoretically, you have more gravity than Io. Are you saying that she's more attractive than I am? I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Come on, it was a good joke. It was a joke. All I do is summon the forces of gravity and redirect them. Like picture a twig floating down a river. Rivers can have multiple flows, multiple ebbs, they can hit rapids.
Yes.
All I do is redirect the flow of the water. The water already exists as is. It's unfortunate for the stick when a whirlpool appears. But it's surprisingly easy to do. If you've ever been in a swimming pool, you can create a whirlpool just by swimming around in place for a moment.
Well, it's like when you're conducting an orchestra, you have many sounds at your disposal and you choose, and she'll grab her conducting wand. You choose which side of the orchestra that you want to conduct by movement and choosing how the music flows.
It's, Io will clear her throat. It's like a shepherd's tone. That's what it always sounds like when he does that type of magic to me inside of a small area. Do you know what a shepherd's tone is?
No, I don't. I'm quickly Googling it.
You can do me a favor. Make me an intelligence and performance check.
Okay.
to see whether or not you know it, and then what I will do...
Intelligence performance. So if I have proficiency, I can add that and use intelligence. Oh boy. All right. Oh, I rolled a 16 minus 2 plus 4. So that's 18 for Kaeko.
Okay, so as you're thinking about this, you can go ahead, Robin, you and any viewers at home can go ahead and search Descending Shepherd's Tone. And you may listen to that. I'm not going to play that for the chat because it's a disturbing sound.
I was gonna say, I feel like I know. I feel like I'll
shepherd's
hear it.
tone. So Kaeko will know that a shepherd's tone is 3 notes played in sequence, such that it feels like the notes are perpetually rising or falling depending which direction you play them. And
Cool.
So what it does is it gives you a mental feeling of rising or shrinking or sinking. So if you pulled it up on YouTube.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I listened. I knew exactly. I figured that that's what it was based
Rising
on what you were
tones
kind
are
of describing.
fantastic. And just out of character real quick, if you're ever running a game at home, folks, and you want people to feel like they're being sucked into hell or they're in a spaceship launching off, rising or falling shepherd's tones. They are perfect in the background and they're wonderful. But use them. They can also make people dizzy, so use them carefully.
Use them sparingly. Yeah, no,
Sparingly, yeah.
I was figuring. I see. I knew that tone. I just didn't know what it was called. So thank you for the
No worries.
musical education. That's great. So yeah, Keiko's gonna be like, oh, okay.
I mean, that all makes sense. The manipulation of gravity is just arcane mathematics at the highest degree, and what is music except for math expressed through sound? You're a regular mathematician. Or mathemagician, Kaeko.
Oh, Kaeko will mime. Or I guess Keiko's wearing her dark vision goggles, which I'm sorry, Blogg, I don't have on me right now. Kaeko will like adjust her goggles and yeah. I guess I am smart in just a different way.
Yeah. Lots of attempted multiplication from the sounds of it.
Yes. Yes. Many attempts.
I'm sorry, what would that even look like? Not the attempts. The result. Would it just be like a giant, like, Ifrit looking thing, or would it...
I mean, keep in contact, and who knows, maybe in a few years you will find out that result.
I am not babysitting your spawn.
That's fine, but you can visit it.
I think it would be cute.
Thank you, Maggie.
And probably very horny. Because he's a tiefling, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Would he have a tail, or would they have a tail? You don't have a tail.
I don't have a tail, but Bodhi has a tail, so there's like a 50-50 shot of it having a tail.
Or would it just be a small tail?
Or like a little half tail. A
The
geefling?
musing.
A Taliath.
I like that one better.
Yeah, me too.
With that, you take your watch for the next 4 hours, and then the shift changes one last time. Irvin, Zenada, Xarria, and Dorlen are roused to hang out and just watch out.
Alright, I got this.
We got kind of lucky being able to just sleep through the night like that, huh?
Dorlen, Dorlen's gonna take out his little thing and use prestidigitation and just make some of the water in front of him taste like fuse and just be like, "Oh, that helps."
Are you huffing the Netherdeep right now, bro?
Oh,
There's a lot of water here already, right? I'm sure it's safe. It's an oh, actually, it's probably not.
it's probably
monster's
not
probably-
the best idea.
The monster's probably pooping it. You're huffing
Oh,
poop
that
water.
too.
When you're drinking water all the time.
What? No, there's not.
Do you?
Are
You
you?
don't think anything lives in water?
I mean,
Fish?
Exactly.
What?
generally drinking water is kind of filtered a little.
Mhm.
Well, I can sanitize it too.
Question for the DM.
Question, answer.
Are we legit just like floating?
You're just floating in the Netherdeep. It's just
Okay.
That's why I have this motion effect on the Twitch. Like it's got the water constantly going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
neat.
there
Mm.
any column or lumps of rock on the floor here?
There is some loose stone. Yeah, it's basically where you're finding yourself right now is just a series of like stone grottos, basically like little caverns that have been caved in. No statues to speak of in this location though.
Okay. Zenada's going to use a few of those lumps of stone that are bigger and heavier to help her do some gentle form of like yoga style stretching routine
Totally.
to help
Yeah,
hold
you
her
can do
into
under-
positions to the bottom. Nothing big, like, but I think she does a little bit of that to wake up. And she's having to get creative for how to do this while floating.
Right.
Dorlen, do I have to purify your food and drink next time? Do you have?
That
things
might be a good
that-
idea.
Yes.
You might need to check him, Xarria. You might have worms.
Yes. Ooh. Well, on that note, actually, I have to go do my my meditations in the morning. So.
You could catch him when you
Let's
get
do
Dax
that.
next time.
Oh no. Maybe that's why I eat so much.
Oh,
Or
it's,
di-
that's quite a possibility.
But I mean, like, everything we're eating gets soaked by the water anyway.
Just clean it with fresh water.
That is in the water?
Oh, you're talking about in the? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Like, I mean,
I'll break out, like, some rations.
why don't you just suck
And
on a
just-
wineskin?
Little honey would be pretty energizing.
Yeah, just get like a honey packet. Just
Mm.
That would have been a good idea.
like, God, you guys didn't think this through. Seriously. And he's gonna reach into his pack and pull out a honeycomb with a slight wax layer across it. It kind of looks like a honeycomb blister pack. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of those like fidget stress poppers, but with like a slight layer of like breakable wax on top. Like
Ooh.
Oh.
honeycomb shots. Have you never like you just
I thought he was gonna have a bunch of tiny wineskins that are like those like applesauce packets.
Oh my god!
Little
Capri
Capri
Suns.
Yes.
he does have a wineskin of something called Ecto Cooler
Excellent.
or Hexo Cooler.
Can I try some of that?
No.
The honey.
Oh yeah, totally. Here.
This is amazing.
Does Dorlen just eat the whole thing instead of like popping it? Wax and all.
Yeah.
It chews like bubble gum. Like you're gonna be able to blow a bubble with it. Just
Nope. And it goes up forever.
yeah, that's. Oh, that's not something I wanted to think of. That's creepy as shit, man. How much water do you think? Like, because like you get. What is your name, by the way?
Is he talking to Zenada?
Yeah, he's looking directly at Zenada. What is your name?
Oh, that's Zenada. She's my buddy. We do with a buddy system, and we're always beside each other and taking care of each other. Because you were who were my original buddy before the buddy system took place. Like, you guys kind of left us for a little bit, so we couldn't really be as close buddies. But you're still my buddy, even though this is my new buddy.
Zenada tucks her heels under a rock and does a back bend, and then, yeah, whatever he said.
What's up? Zenada? Okay.
Yeah. Zenada
went-
Vosh.
Zenada Vosh. Of the Vosh caravan?
Yeah, you met them before?
My family used to do dealings with them. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they're fine. It's, they're caravan people. But you,
Yeah.
what the
Same.
fuck are you doing in Ankarel?
Well, you're caravan people. You move around. You either stick with the caravan or you become a guard for another caravan. And then you become part of the Skaar bearers, and then you leave them and do other odd jobs. And you end up in Ankarel, happening to know the big one's husband and getting asked to do a favor.
Huh.
Just as an
And that
example.
somehow ended up with me in the Netherdeep.
Oh, hey, Xarria, are you done with your meditation?
So
No,
I was
there's
just going to
this-
laugh a little
Oh, okay.
with that abrupt cut of attention.
Yeah, but no, I've probably met some of your family when they were, traveling around the Xarria.
Nice.
Because yeah,
I run into them once in a while.
They do the planes, right? Or they do the circuit through the planes. Probably like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, that's the
Wha-
circuit they're doing now.
Yeah. Make me an intelligence check.
That is going to be 17.
17. They're doing it right now, but they actually, because of the distance they have to travel, the region of like the plains of Xarria, they actually, the last time they did like a major circuit of that was before you were born. Like, and Zenada,
So just how old are you?
I'm old and like,
Last time the Vosh caravan went through there.
like, yeah, like, I'm like 19, 20, something like that. My family talks, and thinking back, like,
Uh-huh.
it was up into, like, across the plains into the Kryn dynasty is when they were doing that a couple decades ago.
What's special about the Kryn dynasty?
The Kryn dynasty is exactly where Zenada came from back when she was someone else. The Kryn
Okay.
dynasty is the Drow
Right,
Empire.
that's what-
So
And he's human right now.
he is human right now. Yeah. I mean, always human. 100%.
Except for his arm.
Yeah, that's robot. But the rest of it.
All right. She's gonna try not to react to that.
What's the plan after we save this dude and then, like, do we, like...
I think we were gonna have a drink.
Oh, shit, yeah. Are we gonna be rich? We're gonna be rich, we're all gonna survive. We're gonna get rich and drunk.
Are we going to be rich? I don't really know if there's any. Well, perhaps there's some treasure in this area, but
I mean,
don't know if
hopefully.
we were promised anything.
I mean, I'm just saying that, like, this,
I mean, we've already collected quite some valuable things. I mean, look at this armor. And he'll activate his armor.
that's pretty
Ooh,
good. But what do we do with,
my good.
I mean, what are we gonna do with the ruidium?
Oh,
Because
probably
like,
lots of tests.
I'm just saying, like, that could theoretically, like, I'm not saying that we have to do this, but it kind of would set us up for like life if we harvested some of it and brought it out.
I do kind of want to see what I can do to help out Sabina and Maggie and anyone else who gets affected by it. So it's probably a good idea to get a sample, and he'll like reach into his pocket and bring out the ones that he collected off of Maggie's neck.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I think it was Maggie's neck.
It was, yeah. She has the deep pustules. Just to give you a sense of things, Maggie is quite far down. Xarria and Io are next, then Irvin, and then Dermot's just barely touched.
Yeah.
Versus you all, where it's Sabina's decently, and you are a little bit.
Yeah. And I want to see if I can, because we gotta. It's not a good idea to probably spread this stuff around too much until we can figure out a way to handle it safely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'm just trying to think for the future, right? Like,
Well, we will need some to test on, right? So,
And after that, but I don't know. I'm not really too particularly worried about it. I think I'm more concerned with that my brother took over my life.
dude, brother
yes,
suck.
we have to help you with that.
Yeah, we have
that's-
to help you with that, right? Like, because it's...
Yes.
I don't know why that bothers me so. Like, it probably shouldn't like bother me more, but it's like, you dick. You made me think I.
Well, it's because it's your life, man. Like, that's all you have. Like, you are all you have at the end of the day.
No, I got you guys.
But still, though, it's your identity, Dorlen. It's you're right to be angry.
Yeah. Like, be
I'm right
pissed.
to be angry.
Yes. Say it again.
I'm angry.
Excellent.
Be angry somewhere else, you'll hear Io say.
No, you be angry somewhere else. I'm angry now.
All right, Dorlen, rein it in.
Okay.
You have your armor up, right?
Yep.
Cool, that's
Before
gonna-
Io hits you.
Io is going to hurl a rock at you. It's not gonna be like super hard, but it's gonna kind of like drift on the current and like, let's see if it bangs into your armor or your head. That is going to be. Does a 21 hit you?
No.
Okay, it's gonna like bang
You
against
could
your
still-
armor.
Yeah. Bang against. Oh, you're sleeping, right? Okay. But
Oh wait, pardon me. Sorry, pardon me. That actually will be a 23.
that will just.
So it's gonna bang off your armor and then like glance up into your ear, and then you have a rock in your ear.
Oh,
How? How?
The next is going in your mouth, and she's gonna roll over.
I don't need my mouth to make noise.
Who's putting what in whose mouth now?
I like we're just
Shut-
waking everybody up.
Shut up, pervert! I'm trying to sleep. Can we just try to? Can we just?
Do you have tweezers, Dorlen? I can try to help you. No, do you have tweezers? No, other
Oh.
ear.
Yeah, I have everything. I'll just take out like a whole bunch of tools. It's like, what size?
Well, small enough to fit in your ear.
Oh, hold on. I'll take out like some giant sized ones and I just.
Oh, that's not
I
quite.
don't know what you'd need
Where-
tweezers that big for.
Yeah, they're kind of like calipers
that's
at
a-
that place,
oh, wait.
right?
Hmm.
Or like
Um,
like tongs. At what point does a
Oh.
tweezer become a tong?
How about these ones?
Hey,
Oh,
Dermot,
really-
what
You
time does a
got it,
tweezer
you got it.
become a tong? You cook.
Like a bigger, flatter surface. Tuk, tuk. Anyway, thank you.
We are never letting them on watch together again.
Zenada's just kind of watching the others and just being like, She's not corralling that.
All right.
She's
I'm
actually
try
going to
get
keep
the rock
watch.
out of his ear.
I feel like the others are so
It's
distracted that they're
it's
not going
pretty
to
easy. It's
notice.
just kind of like lodged in one of the spirals. You'll be able to hit
Oh,
right
nice.
out.
Okay.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Oh, stop being a baby.
It's covered in wax.
Ooh. Well, there you go. She's gonna drop everything just kind of into his lap or hand.
Thank you.
Mm.
He'll put the wax covered rock away.
That's useful, right?
Who knows? Who knows?
Uh,
You can use it as a candle later, Dorlen, when we're not underwater.
I should make a candle that works underwater.
Oh, that's a good idea.
what do you think's through that door?
Do you want to find out?
No.
No, not without everybody else.
Oh, right.
You're on watch, Dorlen. Watch so they can sleep safely.
All right. Dorlen will face towards everyone
wall.
and he will watch them sleep.
It's not the way it works, Dorlen.
Just let him have it. With that, you spend the rest of the 4-hour chunk waiting until
The rest of us facing outward, Dorlen facing inward. Yeah. Looking for threat from Io.
Right. The morning will come, or at least the end of your watch will come. Your watch has ended, and with that, you will be able to all rise and wake up, do your morning stretches, your morning prayers, any last minute prep. You've all gathered yourselves up. Io will crack her neck very loudly. I better not summon down any blood fins.
Oh, that's when I start singing opera. Then you got to get worried.
The blood fins are
Yes.
big fans of
We are
opera.
still technically in hostile territory.
Yes.
Yeah, hostile waters.
Yeah, that works.
Oh,
All right.
I wonder if they...
So Sabina is reading her book very excitedly and like reading it quietly to Dax. He doesn't care, but she is reading it regardless.
All right. Onwards, upwards to more.
There's going to
We
be
should
a
go through-
ripping noise behind you as you flip, and you're like, and then
wasn't
Dax,
me.
this is, and Dax is going to look forward and lick the page as if he's trying to eat one of the birds, and it's going to rip the page right out of the book, and he's going.
Oh,
They're not real, Dax. They're just pictures.
Blah. He'll stick his tongue out the water.
Oh gosh.
Oh. Oh.
Crap.
my.
Kind of lay it out on her leg and sort of try to flatten it out. All the ink's gone.
I think
and
I think that's the most unrealistic thing about this fantasy setting game. It was that easy to get something out of a pet's mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
If she wasn't a druid or a ranger, that wouldn't have happened.
if
All
he
right,
wasn't
all right.
semi-awakened and spiritual.
Like half awake, just like me most days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. All right, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
That door. And I'll point at the one Irvin was wondering about earlier.
It's
Which
the
door?
cavern. The cavern directed to the north, the one that was behind the glowing barrier. It awaits there, right next to that altar of the crawling king. This is probably going to be a big one. Everybody be on your guard.
Well, we just gotta head for any physical traps, just to be sure. There haven't been any so far.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. She'll sit down and her echo will manifest and then head off down that hallway.
You head into the next chamber, and as soon as you step in, you're going to be able to look through its eyes and see that, well, it's a large grotto, larger than probably all three of like the sub grottos that you're in right now, kind of rolled into a ball. it's quite large, but otherwise completely devoid of inhabitants or noteworthy features. There is no entrance or exit aside from the one that you have just walked through.
All right. I'll go back. Nothing.
That means there's definitely going to be something in there.
Yeah.
But yes, a vision, I'm guessing. I wonder where.
Probably be one of those ones that unlocks a space again.
All right. You going with us? We all going together or what?
Well, if it's a big one, we might want to all go together.
All right. Let's
Yes,
do some math.
until the paths diverge against, I guess. We'll go together until it splits off again.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it. And Io will take a step toward it.
I'll go
You
with
all-
her.
You all follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Right up. Oh, Dorlen's ready to go to that door. He was ready 4 hours ago.
That's true. You step
Fists up.
in. So go ahead.
His fists are up. He's ready.
You step into the room. There's nothing here. Except as you step forward and fully enter the room, the door behind you is going to grind. Pardon me, the door behind you is going to grind. Reseal.
She'll comment as it's happening, well, that's not ominous in the slightest, and pull her sword.
A shadow rises from the sandy floor and assumes a giant form. Its single, glowing red eye remains fixed on you as it rises to its full height of 100 feet. An enormous, spectral spear is gripped in its hands. Anyone with any religious iconography knowledge at all, who has been paying attention through any part of Kael Moro, will recognize Grumsh, the Ruiner, the Betrayer God, rises above you, spear poised. It looks down at you with pure malice, and then the water swirls around. It becomes a point around the spear, and then the enormous shape plunges the spear down toward you. I need you all to do me a favor. Each of you is going to see this poised above you, this divine, profane spear smashes down toward you, and every single one of you is knocked prone, pressed to the ground by the weight of this pure hatred. No force, magical or otherwise, can move you from your knees, from the ground. I would like everyone here to make me an initiative roll. Now, I would like you just to roll for your current character on this, so your actual player character. You will still have advantage because you're all within 30 feet of Maggie. However, yeah, go ahead. And go ahead and just pop them in the chat. Okay. Ooh, got a tie. So I have...
Double
ties.
Double ties.
Okay, so I've got
Buddy
Sabina,
system.
Buddy system.
Buddy
Sabina,
system for initiative.
followed by...
With
followed
Sabina leading the
by
pack.
Zenada and Dorlen, right? Yeah. Then Xarria and Kaeko. And then what we'll do is we will just have roll me one die for initiative for the NPCs, and I'll have them in sequence as well. So they will just go after you, just for ease of operation.
Okay, and that is their initiative.
Okay, so I'm looking at... Okay. Dermot is 14.
Funnily enough, 21 again.
Okay.
Alsariad.
Okay, then Io.
You said it was just one die, right? Not with advantage.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's they're more for flavor than anything. Okay.
Gotcha.
As you are being pressed into the ground, you feel the force of all of the hate and anger of the Ruiner pressing down upon you. I need to know, starting with Sabina, do you try to resist it? Do you struggle against it? And if so, I want you to tell me how you do so.
She's definitely fighting against it because it's
Okay.
Grumsh.
Okay.
And
So how are you doing this? Are you like physically, mentally, spiritually? What are you using to fight back?
I think she's sort of reaching out to the memory of like talking to her parents just before she met Coralon, and sort of playing back the like, I may not get to avenge you, but I'm gonna avenge myself. And so she's standing up for her instead of somebody else for once.
Okay. So, so the strength is coming from your memories.
Yeah.
More than that. Okay. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. I'm good at those.
There is this impossible booming sound as the spear descends, knocking you all to your knees.
That will be a 23.
And as it pushes you down, you can feel your teeth grinding together against the pressure of this. It feels like your bones are going slack in their joints. And then Sabina, tiny Sabina, drags her toes forward, plants a foot, and starts to inch her way back vertically. Zenada or Dorlen, are you struggling and how?
Yes.
How are you struggling?
I feel like she would focus on the feeling of I didn't lay down and die, and I didn't abandon my principles in past lives.
Okay.
I'm not goddamn well being down on my knees, and she's gonna try and just brute force, I think.
So is this more emotional strength or physical strength?
It's hard to say because technically, like, any reasoning for it would be more emotional, memory, mental based.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like part of it is just like in her body of being like, fuck no, like wanting to lock her knees and like.
So are you
push her muscles
pushing
through it?
Are you're pushing through? Give me a strength
Yeah.
a strength save then.
Okay. 26.
Zenada as well, you'll plant your sword into the ground for leverage like a walking stick. And start pushing yourself up. Dorlen, what do you do?
Dorlen is going to see Sabina and Zenada sort of struggling and making it forward, and just he's going to try and rationalize this a little bit and being like, every time we've come here, it's been visions. Yes, they can hurt us, but that's all like mental. It's all in your head. And he's just going to be like, no, you know what? This is just another one of these visions, and this pressure, it isn't actually real. It might have consequences. It might hurt him, but it's not real. Like, and I got to remind, nothing is going to keep me down like this. And I'm going to use that and like try and be like, this isn't real. And just, no, this doesn't exist. No, you can't push me down. I'm Dorlen Wildrock. And
All right, make me an intelligence save.
Intelligence?
Yep, if you're
All right.
trying to refute it mentally, this is unreal. This isn't real. Screw you, buddy.
Oh, that's a 27.
Dorlen as well locks his knees and begins to rise up against it, forcing it out of his mind. Kaeko or Xarria?
can go first, Kaeko.
Okay. I think Keiko's obviously she's going to resist, and I think initially she wants to resist with her muscles, but I think she's going to, after talking with Hayo last night, she's going to just have the image of Bodhi in her mind, and how that she promised him that she's going to make it out of here and they're going to start their life together. So I think she is convincing herself mentally that she can do this and that she will not let this stupid god win. She can do this. She's just going to try and convince herself.
All heart.
Yeah.
Make sheer force of will. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Come on, Dark Tales. Oh boy.
What is it?
I rolled a 3 plus 8 is
You have determination?
11. I'm gonna use my determination.
Don't use your determination yet. I'd like to use the gem to let her reroll that save.
Okay.
Yeah, gem
Buddy
for the win.
system.
It's pretty outrageous.
Okay, there we go. Okay, 17 plus 8 is
Okay.
a lot.
Perfect. Okay. You're gonna force yourself through the pain,
Buddy
rising
system.
up against what pushes you down. Xarria, the jewel will begin to glow, suffusing your ally with strength. And I need to
Good.
know how Xarria is going to do this.
She is clutching onto the gem as it's doing that, as she's being pushed down, and kind of trying to push through the suppression with thoughts of everything that she is, all of her teammates and everything that she's gained throughout this journey, and holding on to the faith of her goddess, and more of a, my goddess is stronger than you, and this won't keep
Okay.
me down.
Then I think this is going to be a charisma save for you.
Okay. All right. That is a 21.
21, you as well are going to rise up. Behind you, you are going to see each of the rivals kind of buckle under it. Maggie is going to just try to strength up through it, kind of leaning over, trying to shelter some of Dermot and Io's bodies with hers as she kind of pushes up. Please make me a Constitution save for Maggie. Or for me, a Strength save for Maggie.
Maggie is amazing.
I think she's gonna be okay. Yeah, with a strength save of 8, that is a 22.
Okay. Irvin is going to reach forward and put a hand on Xarria's shoulder as she is praying, and is going to grit his teeth and just force through the pain. I need Irvin to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Irvin. Constitution.
Ooh.
Where is his stats? 14. Actually, 14.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, Kelly,
Yeah.
Dorlen is going to use his reaction and give
Okay.
Irvin +5 for that. It's like, it's not real! Push through it! And give him a 19 instead.
Obviously, it's not real, Galsariad will mutter as Irvin stands up and he fights against it himself. I need Galsariad to make me an intelligence saving throw. And
26.
holy crap, yeah, it absolutely
I
did
rolled the
not.
exact same roll actually for Galsariad and for me.
Perfect.
Nice.
Dermot is going to brace himself,
My
and
little buddy.
we've come too far to lose now. I need a wisdom saving throw from Dermot.
Perfect. Oh, 27. With 19.
Holy crap.
Damn.
I'm not gonna let some stupid ruiner hit me, Io says, contorting herself to kind of avoid the brunt of the damage. I need a dexterity save.
Okay, that's gonna be an 18.
An 18. All right, all of you have succeeded the first round. I need you to do me a favor, and everybody here is going to take 9 points of psychic damage as this continues to kind of press down and push deep into you, kind of crushing you to the ground. As you're resisting it, as you're pushing up, you're going to hear Elixion's voice in your mind. Why did I give my life to save everyone? They wouldn't have done the same for me. They never would have cared.
Well, why do you think we're here?
New round. The pressure grows stronger. Sabina, please do me a favor and repeat your saving throw, if that is your method. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Actually, I think now that she's like kind of set herself and she's a little bit more confident in herself, she's in not that she's actually necessarily going to do this, but she saw Io try to sort of almost weave between the waves of pressure, and she's going to try to do the same and sort of try to emulate her.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. And for purposes of damage, I'm just treating my damage and Dax's damage as the same.
Sure.
So I'm just giving him the damage I take.
That sounds probably fine.
Okay. That is another 23. Sorry, that's not true. It's 27.
That's still enough. You bob and weave around this as you are trying to avoid the brunt of this. Zenada or Dorlen?
Yeah, Zenada's just gonna, I think, grunt a little into it and continue with strength.
Okay,
and just kind of say out loud in response to what, why am I blanking on the name?
Grumsh?
No. What?
Elixion?
Elixion. That's it. I wanted to say Galthari, but I knew that was wrong. Well, that's not who it is.
Okay.
Sometimes, basically grunt out that sometimes you have to do for others what they can't do for themselves.
Okay, give me the save.
25.
You are going to be able to continue to force your way up using your raw might. Dorlen.
I'm going to continue to disbelieve this illusion and march towards it and try and prove to everyone that this is fake. Although that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a 18.
You push it out of your mind. You keep continuously, it's not real, and then the pressure from the sphere coming down, you see the seams of your jacket begin to tear, and you almost falter. It's real enough that it's damaging your material clothing.
I can fix that.
Okay. Kaeko or Xarria?
Kaiko's gonna continue to believe in Bodhi and convince herself that she's her own hype man right now. She's doing this. Oh boy.
Was it?
Plus 8 is 14. I'm going to use my determination to make that 18.
You have a brief flash in your mind. You can think about, for just a moment, all of the things that Bodhi could probably do if you weren't in his life. A little sliver of doubt. He wouldn't have to worry about you anymore. He wouldn't have to... And then you get, normally not a jealous person, you get a thought of, well, and then he could just run off with, no, fuck that bitch. Grinding your heel into the ground, you are going to resist. Xarria.
She's going to continue with her faith in her goddess and her friends.
Do it.
Okay. All right. 21.
21. The Raven Queen stands by you. And you are going to continue to endure the pain. As you do, and as the rivals struggle behind you, you're going to hear the voice again. They didn't care. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to have them need you and hate you at the same time. Irvin grits his teeth, reaches out, and tries to grab onto Xarria's hand, gritting against the pain. Dorlen, what do you get?
Irvin got nat 20.
Nat 20.
I'm not sure which save it is, but he got nat 20.
Sounds good. That was going to be a con save. Galsariad focuses down as he watches your clothing begin to fray. I thought you said it wasn't real.
19.
And what did he get? What did he get?
19.
19, okay. Maggie will shoulder the burden. Christa, what did Maggie get?
A 23.
She is going to struggle against it. Dermot is going to grit his teeth and bear it. What did Dermot get? Xarria.
You got an 18.
And Io will continue swimming around. Is that the best you got, motherfucker?
18 for Io as well.
Still holding on. You can see, like, part of Heruidium's spear begins to flake off from the pressure. And I need all of you are going to get very lucky in this regard. That is only going to be 7 points of psychic damage. And now we're in the end game. The spear pushes down even closer. It's almost to the point where you could touch the tip. A mere 10 feet over your head, but it is boiling the water above you. The heat of it is glowing. The tip of the spear is white hot. It is almost blinding to look at. Sabina, what do you do?
She's going to kind of look back. I'm kind of seeing her near the front, and she's gonna push a hand forward and push back with just physical strength.
Physical strength, and give me a strength save.
I'm gonna use determination on that one. I don't think it's gonna matter, but that's going to be a 13.
A 13.
Let's give that +5. Go, Sabina!
18.
Go!
Is that all?
I don't think we can do anything else. Everyone's used their stuff.
Xarria can still use.
Yeah,
the gem
I
again.
want to use another one.
Okay,
I want to
then
use
you may
another
reroll that
charge.
save.
That's a nat
5.
20.
That's a nat 20.
So if that's +5, that's 29. And
Yeah.
I use my determination, it's 30.
You used it all. You used it all. That's going to be 39.
30 some odd.
Okay.
And 29 + 4, so 33.
Reaching up and pushing through the edge of the blade, you are going to feel the pressure on you personally shatter. As you reach up, you are going to hear a whisper in your mind only. Perhaps you will be remembered.
Not
what about-
alone. She's going to reach back towards whoever's closest.
That is great, because as you were saying that, the voice continued in your head. Now what about your companions? Okay, you may take the help action to speak words of encouragement to other characters.
Nice.
So who would you like to grant advantage? And what do you say?
Who's next in?
Next
I
is
think
Zenada
me or
Dorlen.
Let's Christine's got better dice. I was like, let's go Zenada. And I was like, oh no, Christine's got better
accurate.
odds.
She's gonna watch now that you said that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, watch me watch on
now
this
I
one.
got to.
You've
You know what?
cursed
No,
me.
I will reach out to Zenada and say, you joined us for a purpose.
Zenada, what save do you make?
Well, that works fairly well with what I was already planning on saying for descriptor
Okay.
for what Zenada's doing.
Okay.
And she plants, trying to use all like the really big hefty muscles, and she plants all 6'4", 225 pounds of her,
Jesus.
and just tries to like push like chest through it and roar defiance and strength into this.
Okay, give me a strength saving throw with advantage.
Fuck yes, dork tails. 28.
You will be remembered. A voice whispers inside of your head, Zenada. What about them? You may now grant the help action to a friend.
I'm passing it on to Dorlen, and Dorlen, goddammit, buddy system. Get over here.
Well, now you know I've seen two people like break through this illusion. It's like, yeah.
All right.
Come on, let's keep the nat 20 train going. Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna say, now, are you doing it trying to refute the attack as unreal, or are you force of willing it at this point?
You know, at this point, let's force a will it.
Okay, charisma save, please.
I've seen two people go through it, and Dorlen's kind of given up on the rational for a moment. This is
Okay.
not the best idea, but that will be a dirty 20.
You will be remembered, Dorlen Wildrock.
Of course,
What about them?
I'll remember them. Come on,
All right,
And
Kaeko,
reach out for-
Xarria.
who's next?
Kaeko or
Who's
Xarria?
next in line?
They're tied.
Keiko's been going first, so let's do Kaeko.
All right, Kaeko.
All right.
How do you grant her the? You cannot grant the help action, Dorlen.
I cannot grant the help action, but I can flash of genius
Okay.
if needed.
Okay.
Oh,
So you try to
Fuck.
reach out, and you feel a sliver of selfishness. You
That's
feel
where,
more.
Of course, I'll be remembered.
Yeah, you glorify
distracted.
yourself rather than helping. That's perfect, Kaeko. What do you do?
Look, Kaiko's going to kind of see everyone around breaking through and being like, this is not the end of your story, Kaeko. This is only the beginning. You can do this.
All right, make me a charisma save.
Okie dokie, that's going to be 24.
Your story will yet be told. A voice whispers, what about hers? You push through it. The force shatters around you. Xarria is right next to you. What do you do?
I think Keiko's going to reach her hand out to Xarria and being like, Xarria, we can't do this without you. Come on, Lita.
Zarya's got 2 hands.
She's being held by 2 people. This is great. Xarria, go ahead and make me a charisma save, please.
Okay. She's gonna squeeze both their hands as she does this.
And that is with
21.
advantage.
Is it
'cause I
with
can't
advantage?
give you-
You have advantage because of the help action.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just Dorlen couldn't get me.
Well, I didn't know if it had to be like nat 20 or not.
No.
21 still.
21, okay. You squeeze the hands and put your faith in your goddess and your friends, and you feel the pressure of the Ruiner's spear push through you as if a wave rolling over you, harmless. Yes. Yes, you will be remembered. Will you remember them? And the rivals are behind you. Irvin squeezes your hand tightly, and I need a con save from Irvin. Are you granting him the help action?
Of course.
Are you saying anything to do it? Or just squeezing?
Let's get through this together.
I like that a lot. Wow, you're pretty when you're not dying. Like, I just picture, like, where the camera's gonna go to Irvin's point of view, and Irvin's, like, being crushed by the weight of this, and Xarria's suddenly just like, oh, like, no pressure, the hair's just blowing in the water. All right, and Dorlen, what's it with advantage?
21.
All right, Irvin is going to stand up mightily. And, is going to kind of call over Xarria. Dermot beat you.
Oh.
I didn't. I haven't done any. What? And I need
fighting words.
I need a save. I need a charisma save from Xarria.
Oh fuck, charisma, really?
Yeah, with advantage. Yeah, he's gonna get indignant.
Okay. His charisma is for shit.
Yeah, well,
Advantage.
he has advantage.
Does he get determination?
You can spend yours on him.
Sure. Does that get him my +4?
Yep.
21. It would have been
Okay.
17 otherwise. He has nothing to add to that.
The only
Oh my.
way that
21
Dermot
training.
is beating me is if I let him. Right, you little punk? Can I get a charisma save from Dermot, please? With advantage.
Oh, 26.
Holy shit. Dermot is
I
going
know,
to
I
grit
wish
his
I were
teeth
him.
and bear it. I mean, it's pretty easy, but being under here with Maggie taking all of the hits for us. Just doing my job. Please roll Constitution.
Constitution. That's double 19s on the dice.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
And so she is Constitution is +7, so that's 26.
26. She is going to stand vertically, suddenly towering her full 10 plus feet of height over. Io, thanks for leading us here.
Come on, Io.
And Io, please give me that save with advantage.
What save am I doing?
She is going to do. Oh man, that hit her in the feels. She's gonna switch to a con save.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah, I know. I rolled a 6 and an 8 on the die.
Ooh.
What's the total?
The con total is +3, so 11 right now.
11?
I'm gonna spend my determination to bring it up to a 15.
I'm gonna use
Okay.
my flash of genius to give it +5 and be like, come on, Io, you can't be the only one left behind.
Xarria, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna use another charge.
Cool. I'm spending a hurt them
Or
more.
reroll. Okay.
You may re-roll, Kaeko.
Okay. Reroll the whole, reroll the advantage?
Ooh, that's a good question. So it is. You re-roll the saving throw with the gem, don't you?
And if the saving throw has advantage.
If saving throw has advantage, then you reroll with advantage.
Sweet.
At 20.
Oh no, I rolled an 8 and a 10. So fuck, 2 higher is 22 with all that jazz.
Okay. The gem is going to shine with light, and Io is going to lean into it for a moment, stumble as the pressure presses down onto her, and then plant her foot and push through it. And there is going to be the sound of overwhelming pressure, water shifting around you, and then silence as the illusion vanishes, leaving you in a simple, unmarked grotto. You have felt the betrayer's fury, as Elixion had. The towering image of the one-eyed god is gone, and the chamber stands empty once more. Part of the north wall crumbles, revealing a jagged, open doorway between this grotto and another one. You have survived.
Zenada's gonna kind of shake it out and just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's probably better we took the nap first.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, well, it wasn't real,
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
fuck
but
that
imagine-
one-eyed prick.
right?
Imagine Elixion actually facing the real thing. God, he was brave.
Yeah. He went through a lot.
This is why we're coming to get you, Elixion.
All right. I want to see what's in there. Let's go.
Yes.
You all push through into the next chamber. As you do, an oval portal with glowing edges appears in the middle of the room, floating between the hands of a giant statue depicting Elixion in armor. Suspended vertically in water, the portal is 10 feet tall and 5 feet wide. Through it, you can see the giant statues that occupy the first chamber of the Netherdeep that you entered. You have endured, whispers Elixion's voice. Take this opportunity to recover and prepare for what lies in wait.
Wait,
And
is that the is that the beginning? Are we going back?
This place is a goddamn funhouse, Io will say.
It
I
doesn't
say
seem
we
very
take
fun.
The mystical vision dude's advice and take a quick break.
Yeah.
We could.
Because
use
if
a
he's
breath to
worried,
that.
Let's take a break. And folks, let's take a break. We'll be right back after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. Hey everybody, we're back. Welcome back to the part of the program where we talk to the chat. That's you. But we also talk about a bunch of stuff. So, big things that are going to be going on soon that I need you to be aware of. We are hammering down. So we did a fantastic little game of Strixhaven over on the Patreon last night that Christa ran. So I wrote a module for her. And she knocked it out of the park.
So entertaining to watch. Holy crap.
We had a bunch of great guests, some people that you've never, so some new people to the channel. So aside, we had Apotheon was there, and there was someone else who had, Shar from Tabletop Titties was there. Then Swole Initiative from Swole Initiative Network, who's big on Instagram particularly. It was there, and then there was also our boy Night Tide, who is doing an exciting rebrand that I can't wait to see. And then who's the last person? Oh, it was Tabby.
Tabitha. Yeah,
Tabitha's
Tabby.
character was really great. All the characters are they were all fantastic characters, but because that's over, it was a wonderful time, and if you want to watch that, it's on Patreon for the next 3 months, and then it's going to be public release. But in 2 weeks we have another batch of guest stars. Do you want to announce who they are?
Yeah, I'd love to, because I'm really excited about it. So we are going to have the wonderful Allie, the wonderful Dazed Apricot, will be coming back to join us. Very excited to have her. And then I know her from Dungeons and Do-Gooders, but she's from other things. Charlie is from... What was the show she did with you?
D&D Good Games is what I was.
Oh, okay.
Is what I've played, or what I've talked to them about. They're fantastic.
Yes. I follow them on TikTok, and so I'm very, very glad that we will have them. We are going to have Vahid from Dice Legends. Very exciting.
You're in our house now, Vahid.
Dang, right. And then we are going to have Travis Legg from the Onyx Path, who I've played under. Kelly's played under a bunch. Kelly's worked with a bunch. I'm so excited to have them over.
I'm actually doing a special writing project for his own personal label for that's due at the end of the month. So I'm sure he'll want to talk about that. It's going to be great.
And we have Dead Aussie Gamer.
We got Dag in the house.
It is a stacked game. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be incredible.
It's
got
going to be
quite
fantastic.
a few Southern Pacific. Is that
we've got two people in Polynesia and is it Polynesia? The whatever the time zone is.
Yes, yeah, we've got the sort of the Aussie New Zealand area
down under,
and then we've got then we have the other side as well, because we've got Travis and Allie are both further
They're both
east
in
than we are,
kind of like the Midwest,
Central Eastern time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So and I'm not sure where Charlie is, but
Vancouver.
Oh, okay, perfect. There you go.
Which actually reminds me, we go to also, folks, if you are in the Vancouver area, myself, Robin, Christine, Christa, and maybe some other dorks are going to be at Fan Expo Vancouver next month. We're not doing any Dork Tale stuff. We're just going to have some fun. But if you want to do a meetup, we're going to post some stuff in the Discord. Come meet us. Come hang out.
I'll bring my Kaeko and Sassy stickers.
Chris and Caitlan are welcome to come, but I think that's a little too close to the arrival of their new party member.
It's a little risky.
Oh, that's
A little risky. Yeah, that's
Con baby.
On that note.
Oh my goodness.
On the note,
Yeah, I was joking around, like if he was born during a convention, we could name him Conway or Connor. But that didn't go over well. But on that note,
Caitlan's face.
I have to say
Caitlan's
Conrad.
face is always amazing, and I love it. But there was a on that note, we've got a baby shower coming up.
Yep. So there is going to be a digital baby shower, first of its kind, at least on our channel, held here on Dork Tales. We're figuring out the schedule for it because it's a lot of plate spinning to try to figure out exactly what's going to work. Like a traditional baby shower works one way, and we've got some people who are helping plan it, who Raven with Baubles in the chat is helping a lot, but then having to parse that through a live performance medium as well as the tech thing. So there are many spinning plates. It's going to be rad though. It's going to be 6 p.m. on February 4th. Yeah, the Saturday. So that's going to be that night instead of Mage. We're taking a night off from Mage to bless a child. It's going to be good.
Magical reasons.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say we'll
and-
roll some. We'll create our own little spell for the baby's health.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's true. Just use Midwife's
Love
Blessing.
it.
It's Entropy 4.
I love it.
It's literally in the
Get
book.
some life. I know, but I'm sure there's some lower life one that I could use.
I mean, probably.
life 3.
And for the record, chat, like I've suggested some good names, and by good names,
Bartholomew.
not joking. No.
Bort.
I actually,
Yeah, good names.
I can never
there
find
have
Bort
been-
license
I've
plates.
I've suggested some really crazy names, but I think actually like one of our top contenders actually that Caitlan likes was one
It's
of my
true.
suggestions.
It's true.
One of 12.
Ooh.
One of
One of
3, actually.
Oh, really?
3. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
we're
deal. Are
down
you
to,
going to
like,
just use
3.
all 3 names?
I mean, we could.
Bartholomew, Bradford, Charles,
Blogg.
Tiberius.
How do you
Blogg,
know?
Tiberius. I love Tiberius as a name. I'm not gonna lie.
Who told
God.
you?
Nerd.
So I gotta
was be-
say, just on the Patreon thing, I wanted to say, like, Christa did an amazing job with that game, by the way. So
Kelly wrote an amazing game. Thank
he
you.
did. I got to help, like,
Yeah,
have,
you
like,
did.
ideas a little bit. I
I
was
had
kind of
to,
like, get
I had
cold
to up
stuff.
my Patreon to get in on that. Take a look at that.
Ooh.
It was
It's,
really, really good and definitely worth it to go watch.
Yes.
It was hilarious.
And
The
and
next-
I believe if you're on the Patreon, Kelly might be sharing the module. At
I
some
will. I've got to
point,
clean it up and I've got to reformat it for like to look like a D&D thing, but it's going to be
But it looks
Now-
super cool.
Pretty close
So
already.
I'm gonna have to. I'm actually gonna put a poll up on Patreon soon because I want to ask if I'm doing like bigger things. Like this module is like 8,000 words. Like it's sizable. It's a chonker. And the next one's probably gonna be another 5,000 words. I'm not sure whether or not, unless I'll put a poll up on Patreon. Don't bother saying in the chat, but whether or not that should be part of the $5 tier or the $10 tier, because a lot of other streams do that at like $10, $20 for stuff
Yeah,
like
fair.
that. And it's like,
Oh.
because like, my God, we do so much at the $5 tier, guys. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
My
ridiculous.
advice was to consider how much time and effort Kelly puts into it, which was a couple days worth of work.
Yeah.
I'd say
whatnot.
think about how much you would charge for it on drive-through. Like if you were going to sell it, would you sell it
Yeah.
for $10? In which case, that is a monthly thing. Great, but if you'd only sell
Yeah.
it for $5, then maybe the 5 tier.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look
I
at it.
keep
I'd have to
trying to
see what's
encourage him
comparable.
higher because he always undersells himself.
I do always
I
undersell myself.
definitely. Well, see, I'm also agreeing with that and saying that it's probably worth $10.
Yeah, but the thing
I'm
is,
being
not when we
kissed
sell
by
it for
someone in the
cheaper on
chat right
drive-thru.
now.
Yeah. Got to push him just to
Oh
the
my
drive-through
goodness.
side of things.
Yes, Soul, you did back the expensive tier, but that means that you get your new race introduced to Elos, which
Race.
yes, they have created a
Oh.
race. So she has created a race of. She describes them as tapir people, but you know
I
what they
love
are.
them already.
You know what they actually are? They're Melmacians. They're literally just elf. Because like when she was sending me messages about it, she's like, "It's tapir people like this," and then sent me a bunch of Alf gifs, and I'm like, "Fuck you! No, it's Alf. It's just Alf now.
Wait,
You sunk
do
it.
they have a history of like
Eating tabaxi.
eating tabaxi?
Yeah,
No!
they're tabaxi
God.
natural enemies.
Oh my god, I love it.
No more tabaxi pop pie for me before bedtime.
Oh my
my
I
god.
love Alf so much. Where can I stream Alf? Is it only on Amazon? I've got to find Alf.
Hang on, I have an app that can do that. 1 second.
So, and
Oh, wow.
a quick notice real quick.
There is some
As
website
we are getting into things, there's all this hullabaloo right now with creating content. And I've done a public release of information. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions. So I'm just going to reassure you, there are a lot of people who are really mad at people who are still streaming D&D. We are not going to stop streaming the games that are already running, first of all. We've already invested a huge amount of time, money, and energy into it, and you all really like them. So obviously Dragonlance, Netherdeep, anything that's currently on the table is going to keep going. We are looking at some games that are planned and seeing whether or not they would be better suited for another system, or whether or not 5e is still divorced enough from wizards and all of that stuff, you know. But that's a conversation for the future. But I just wanted to say that you don't have to worry about Netherdeep or Dragonlance. They're going to be fine. And we'll see on the rest of it. I think it's probably going to go okay.
Probably, or are we talking about canceling Strixhaven? I mean, at the very least, we're going to air everything that we've done. I would assume. I might be wrong in that, but
yeah.
I think Strixhaven is an ongoing thing already. I think they're more like Radiant Citadel is right now a bit iffy for me.
Our basic, the really basic opinion is we're going to continue anything that we're doing right now where we don't have to give money to a certain organization. So I am really sad because I was looking forward to running Phandelver when it drops at the end of the year, and I pre-ordered a copy of the Heist book, and both of those things I was pretty excited about that. That said, that does mean that, and hopefully people would join us for that, running these modules is a really big draw for newcomers, but it does mean that I can always run third-party books like Odyssey of the Dragonlords, which, just to give you a sense of things, folks, this is called the Netherdeep. This is Odyssey of the Dragonlords. That is, she's twice as thick. You can't quite get a sense of it, but look at the overlap there.
There's so many cool stuff in there.
The thing is, and what I really want to suggest to you is, apparently D&D Beyond lost 40,000 subs.
Proud to say I was one of them. I canceled my subscription.
I never subscribed to it.
So you do what you're going to do. I'm not going to tell you what's right or wrong for you. What I will say is that no matter what, please support independent streamers. Please support independent creators, because it's a cottage industry that grew up around an agreement, and that agreement has been threatened, and that is not the content creator's fault. That is the corporation's fault. And I've heard a lot of people say that, they're just defending their IP. But the thing is, D&D is more than an IP, and you should go and listen. Go watch Legal Eagle's video on it. To be honest, but the long story short is that D&D is a mechanical system, but it is much larger than that, and you legally cannot copyright a mechanical system. So these third-party people are creating their own things inside of a framework that cannot be copyrighted legally. It's free. It's everybody. I can go make I can make Dork Talesopoly right now. If Monopoly was a game that was any good, I would do that. I hate Monopoly so much.
Eventually Monopoly on this channel.
Yeah, no.
It would ruin our friendship.
We have too many anti-capitalist players. Just support the creators, because they do some fantastic things. Odyssey of the Dragonlord.
When you think about a lot of the creators that exist, like you said, our modules are the biggest draw. Like, the only reason we run D&D is because we enjoy it, but we have so many other games we want to play, but it's what brings people here. And so, and like, you think of something even like the Adventure Zone. The Adventure Zone exists because so many, they did a one shot as a joke, and everyone was like, give us fucking dungeon. So like, that's why so many people are playing D&D right now, is because nobody wanted anything else, and now all of a sudden you're mad at them for running. So like, the people that are getting mad about it need to take a chill pill.
Well, and I'm not going to say anything inflammatory, but like, seriously, if you can side with the mega corporation, or you can side with fellow creative nerds like yourself, why would you? Personally, I would side with the people rather than the corporation.
Absolutely.
Especially, like, it seems like a no-brainer. In a world where we have been raised by, like, Star Wars, for example, why would you vote for the Empire if the rebels are right here? But you know what? It's your call. It's your call. I know it's a way more complicated issue than that, and that I'm dumbing it down for humor. And I hope people realize that. Well, we don't know, because I
think regardless, no matter what your opinion on it is, I think getting mad at streamers and like people that are trying to make a living, why? Like, that doesn't make any sense, no matter what line you stand on.
On a somewhat related and lighter note, I am loving some of the memes that are coming over from TikToks, and the memes are just like.
I love the Lord of the Rings one.
Lord of the Rings is so good.
One was created. One.
Yeah. No, the Lord of the
Well, all
Rings
of
one,
them were
the
deceived.
Zoolander one.
Oh yeah.
It's
Zoolander's
just like-
good.
Thank
yeah,
you,
it's
thank you
just
so
like-
much. So Pop in the chat, Pop Ideli, great training for you, new to D&D. So if you're looking for other things, we are doing, I'll announce this again, we are doing a how to play Pathfinder 2nd edition, because people have been telling me to run it for years, and I've been like, oh, that's a lot of math. But our good friend and fellow castmate Wei says that it's super easy and he's really loving it. So Wei is going to be running us through how to run Pathfinder, and a short module where we're cops inside of what's basically Waterdeep.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Sounds
With a
amazing.
bunch of stipulations.
sounds
My
great.
favorite thing about the module is there's an entire sidebar that says that, yeah, you're cops, but here are all of the ways that you have to play the module. Like, you always have to use non-lethal force. You can only hurt like people who are trying to kill you. You can only, and it's like all of these things where it's like, oh, okay, so like, you know.
If you are looking to pick up a copy of Pathfinder, I believe it is free to download right now. I think Paizo has like put out free PDFs.
I think so. Yeah,
So-
go check Paizo, Paizo or Zedo if you're.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that's
also,
what I think that's
like,
what Idoli
Another
was
couple
asking.
other small third party people like I forgot the people who do The Witcher and Cyberpunk Red, but they
yeah.
put for free.
The PDF?
They're like basically like their starter kit packs.
So it's
for
Artal
both.
Saurian.
Yeah.
Paizo, Paizo, Paizo.
But Artal Saurian, they do Cyberpunk Red and The Witcher, like Robin was saying, and those games, I'm really bad at running Cyberpunk. I don't think in the like that dystopian mindset. I'm too hopeful. But the system is freaking great. And like it's super easy to run. You can go watch Cyberpunk, it's on our YouTube. Super easy to run. And I played a game of The Witcher under Travis Legg at Plastic Age Plays, and oh my god, it was fun. I killed so many things so easily.
I want to play Witcher.
If you really want to get into something that's more D&D based, and you don't want to go into Dungeon World because there's something with the developers of that. Homebrew World is also very, very good. It was something I looked at possibly running for an Extra Life at some point, but it is akin to, it's a little bit crunchier than a Powered by the Apocalypse system,
So,
but is also just as open-ended and very, very like D&D world.
you also should take a look at Powered by the Apocalypse, because it's just fantastic and super easy to learn. But there's
Yes.
another game that Michael has been playing over on Bricarius's channel. And I forget what the name of it is, but they're adoring it. It's a little sub D&D as well.
I believe it's called Level
Level
Up
Up.
D&D.
Level Up, yeah. So or Kobold Press. Go check out Kobold Press. Go check out what's the other one I love? Paizo, Kobold Press. Starts with a K as well, I think.
Oh yeah,
There's
I've been
Colwood.
seeing it around a
Colwood.
bunch.
K Wood's fantastic. K Wood Call. I don't actually know if I was. And of course, any Onyx Path stuff if you like more modern based stuff. And then the last thing I'm going to say, because we got to get back into game, is also Star Trek Adventures is up at the 150 patron tier. So if you want to help us reach 150 patrons, Millie's going to run a so Bunny Hearted's going to run a once monthly Star Trek Adventures game. And one moment.
Oh shit, I need to make a jacket. I need to make many jackets. I was supposed to make a
you're
jacket,
playing
then I
that,
forgot.
right?
No, I am not. I will costume it.
Okay. Because look what
Millie
came in the mail
wasn't gonna
today.
do this during a
Krista,
weekday.
I'm proud of you for
during the
setting
day,
healthy
I would want
boundaries.
to be in that. I need to
This-
learn how to set healthy boundaries.
Oh,
This is what is the 200 patron.
Oh,
Da-da-da.
oh my gosh.
It came in the mail today. Mwah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was my favorite thing about the first edition Pathfinder was the kineticist class, just to pretend and be like, I'm playing a bender.
I feel like a bloodbender, to be honest, when I'm playing Xarria and using my
You are a
bolts.
bloodbender.
Oh, and first
Basically.
edition Pathfinder has a bloodbender.
I'm
Nice.
assuming that and for any of you who are trying to be dungeon masters, Brando in the chat says Kobold makes great stuff. Kobold makes the scariest freaking monsters that I've ever thrown at these players. Robin's first character death was to a Kobold press monster. It was a rhyme. It was basically an ice snail.
Worm.
It was more of a snail. It's a slug.
Yeah.
A
But
snail
it's-
sickle?
Yeah. Ivy
It's-
died from that.
Oh
She
my
got better.
god.
It was
Yes,
it was
she
better than the time that Cat got punched in the head and died with one hit.
Oh.
No, a monk jumped on and rolled 3 nat 20s on one attack and like just cracked her head against a wall
Was
and she died.
Christine playing this monk?
No, I
I was
was. It
gonna
was-
say you
all right.
stole her rolling.
And all right, so the last things I'm going to announce is that DorkX, our little fan convention where we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff like this, have some nice panel discussions, is going to be in either March or April, depending on the stuff. We're also going to try to do a stream for Tabletop Titties and WAVA, the Vancouver Rape Center.
Crisis Center.
Yeah, Rape Crisis Center. It's means a lot more than that in the words, but you get the idea. And then Extra Life is going to be back in August and in November. And I'm just going to say this out here because I wanted to make Christa happy, and I think it's going to make Christine happy and probably Robin happy. I found a game that I'm going to run for it. It's a one-pager that someone posted about in the Dork Tales Discord earlier. It is called Pride and Extreme Prejudice. It is Pride and Prejudice with mechas.
Oh
What?
my god.
Oh my
Well,
god.
now.
Needs to be in this game.
That's right. Mr. Darcy pilots a Gundam. Oh. See, how could I not
My
run
God.
this?
I love
Holy-
Gundam, and I love Pride and Prejudice. It's one of the books I reread every year.
Pride
Yeah,
and
so someone-
Extreme
I also
Prejudice.
love the BBC miniseries, so I'm pretty obsessed with it.
I'm also considering running another episode of Jinkies. We got to hop back into game. I
Yes.
want to talk about Scooby-Doo and how much I hate Velma, but I think we should hop back into game instead because I mean, Robin and I sat through the first episode and we almost died.
I need
And,
Regency
and
dresses
now
and
Dragon
Gundams.
Ball
This is amazing.
Evolution has been dethroned by Velma on IMDb is the worst.
Oh my
It's
god.
Velma
The king
is
has
like
been
a show
dethroned.
that hates it. It hates Scooby-Doo, and it's like, why are you
Wow.
doing this to Scooby-Doo, guys?
And also, I'm very sad to say that Alf is not streaming or purchasable anywhere.
I hope
but I'm
nobody
sure you can
downloads
pirate
it for me illegally and sends it to me on a flash drive. All right.
You did not hear that?
I had the first box set somewhere, like years ago. All right, folks, we got to
On
hop
that
back into game. We're going to go. We got about another half hour in us, and then we'll call it. Robin's throat is hurting, so I don't want to push too hard because I need her back for Dragonlance tomorrow.
Rizira.
All right. All right, without further ado, let's head back in. And yes, Alf from Melmac, Gordon Shumway. Join the Discord. We'll talk about Alf. We'll if you push Amy enough, we'll start
sub.
an Alf sub Discord. an Alf channel. People. Oh God, why are they doing this using 2 soul? Why'd you have to leave that evil on me? All right, folks. It is time to head back in to Call of the Netherdeep. Hello and welcome back to Call of the Netherdeep, here on Dork Tales. You all take a breather, recuperate. But to be honest, you're not terribly hurt. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
I mean, Kaeko will if we do decide to take a rest. Kaeko will probably,
Song of Rest?
use I could use Song of Rest. I keep forgetting about Song of Rest, and
why
I'm
I'm here.
so sorry, guys. I'm
So
so,
you-
sorry. It's a free D8 of health on a short
Do we want to
rest
just
forever.
so let's say you take about 20 minutes just to hang out and relax and kind of recuperate some hit points. So go ahead if you want to do Song of Rest. Song of Rest, remind me, what does it do?
Well, if you take a short rest and
Mm-hmm.
heal, hold on a hot minute because boy, that is the bard fate that everyone always forgets to do. In any D&D podcast that I've listened to, they always forget Song of Rest. If you are a friendly creature, here's your performer. Gain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit die. So you do have to spend a hit die to gain the extra D8 of hit points.
Nice.
And it's a D8 we roll ourselves.
I'm guessing it just says, yeah, the creatures gain an extra D8 hit points. So,
Yeah,
I
so
would
that means
say
that I
you'd
think
roll
most
your
of you
own.
will be fine by spending 1 hit dice probably, plus that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do 2. 'cause I
The
didn't
rivals
roll
will do so
great.
as well. Assume them to be at full hit points. And
Okay.
they will be down 2 hit dice.
All right, 89 out of 95. Pretty good, pretty good. Back to
Yeah.
full.
Okay. I'm only got 3 hit points, or 3 damage left on me, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Does
All right,
Xarria
so-
heal all his?
Yep. The rivals will be healed to full. They're going to be down 2 hit dice. So just keep a note that they're down that many hit dice.
Yeah.
They have so many.
I just spent 1.
Assume they have the same number of hit dice as you because their stats are calculated slightly differently.
Okay.
You rest up and consider what to do next. The rivals say that they're not really interested in going back to the surface, that they're still pretty full of provisions, and they'd rather push on. After a brief conversation, you all are reminded that there were a pair of coiling tunnels off the side of both of those ivory pedestal chambers. The one that Io drew her moat from, and the one that I believe Dorlen drew his moat from. Seems like a good place to split up, right?
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
In the
Do you
10 of
think
us
we have
can
to
move-
go through those? Do you think we're gonna have to relive those visions, or do you think it's we've done it? Congrats, you did it.
If we are helping him work through things or experiencing something he means to show us, I see no reason why it would reproduce itself. Xarria will say.
I agree.
Whatever is
At least if we're
causing this,
successful at it.
it seems to want to entertain us, or at least keep the wounds fresh.
I know
Yeah.
it's hard. Sometimes you gotta let a scab heal. Don't pick at it.
You know from experience?
Oh, I've got a lot of scars. A lot of them aren't really that exciting, though.
I
Are
don't
they
think I'm not explaining
self-inflicted,
that often.
Dorlen?
Well, maybe exciting, but just more.
I'm guessing
Self-taught?
predictable. Yes, I was gonna say explosions in your lab.
So, lab, other people's labs, other people's places, the street, adventures, a little bit of everywhere.
Well, then I guess leader of the B team, Io will say, looking over at Xarria. East or
Be
west?
for best, right?
Correct.
B for bonus.
We get a bonus? I didn't even know we were getting paid for
Because we're
this.
best. We're best.
And beautiful.
Io, you're so
Beautiful.
kind.
And bodacious
Oh, yes.
Like Bodhi.
versus. Yeah, exactly. Why
the
would it be
Bodhi
any other
team?
team? We are the Bodhi team.
Oh,
I don't want to hear about your weird sex stuff. We already talked about that. Right?
It wouldn't be.
Why?
A day.
What is the obsession? I don't understand.
I just at this point I'd like just making you make that face, Sabina.
So you're in a thing too. Great. This is perverts.
No.
Of you.
No. Nope, I am singly monotonous phenomena. Bum ba da ba. Bodhi.
Well, as pleased as I am for your monotony, which direction do you want, Xarria? Given that you took the initiative and used a bunch of charges from your vestment, I think you probably earned it. East or west?
I believe we went east last time, so why don't we go west?
We'll take east. Stay on the sending zones. We'll meet you in the middle somewhere, hopefully.
Yeah, and good luck.
We don't need luck.
I want to see you all on when we meet up again, all in one piece.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're not in one piece, we could always try and figure out something like Urban's arm, but I'd rather not
keep
have
the
to do
pieces.
that.
Keep the pieces.
Keep the pieces.
Hmm.
I'll try to do that. Okay. I'm ready to go if everyone else is. Dorlen will say. Or pardon me, Dermot will say.
Dorlen. We're blending them together.
Fusion!
Dorlen.
Oh my god.
It doesn't get any
Don't give
taller.
him that
It doesn't get
idea.
any taller.
No,
My
No,
dreams.
just goes a little green.
it's
Yeah.
really just like one on the other shoulders.
Yeah, it's not actually a fusion.
Wait, Sabina, Dermot, and Dorlen in a trench coat.
Yes.
Sabina's on the bottom.
So tall.
Yeah, just a simple, regular, common human.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yep.
worry about it.
Just a common human.
Common
Yep,
human.
common human.
Basic.
Likes human things.
Like music.
Human things.
Human music.
I like it.
Fuck.
That's just gonna be in every fantasy game from now on. Human music. Halfling music. I like it. All right. Taking a brief break from each other, you proceed back to that chamber. As you start to head off, at least, Irvin will try to sneak a brief hand squeeze when no one is looking, if Xarria will allow it.
Yep, she'll do a little two squeeze back.
I'll say, you said to save pieces. I'll save you a special piece. Not that I'm thinking it's going to get cut off or anything. That was supposed to be sexier than it,
Sabina with her passive perception of 22.
Dorlen with his
I
thought
passive
you
perception of
too.
8. Let's go.
I really appreciate it. And she'll give him a little kiss on the cheek.
I'm going to kill a bunch of stuff for you.
Yeah. You get him.
He's all fired
But-
up.
By the power of bonus.
I am the Kaeko. Kaeko.
I didn't know Xarria was a bard. Giving out all that inspiration.
Yes.
All right. with
True
that,
love.
Oh no.
you will proceed in to the pedestal chamber. It leads to a winding corridor that takes you up, up, up to the north. Winding, you'll find yourself there at another one of these blank walls. But spending a bit of time, you'll be able to see where the door shifts. A moment later, you will push through the secret door, moving to the side for you. And as it does, you are going to enter a chamber. As you push through, the water is visibly hotter to the touch. It roils around you. And as you step through the wall, a current threatens to pull you into this chamber, the walls of which are lined with iridium spires. The Apotheon's ragged breathing is audible in every heave of the water. Thermal vents in the floor give off swirling bubbles, dim light, and warmth. Can I get a... can I just ask real quick, does anybody, as you're pressing into this room, have a light source on them? Or do you all have dark vision?
I do not have a light on me.
I think we all have dark vision after Dorlen made the goggles for Kaeko.
I have dark vision.
Dark vision, okay.
Mhm.
And Dax has dark vision, so that's good. Okay. You press into the chamber, and as you do, just one moment, your vision is up to there. I just have to see whether or not...
Also, quick question. I lost all the abilities from the Frostbrand sword, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm no longer resistant to fire. I realized you said thermal vents, and I was like, oh, I'm resistant to fire. I'm
You
like,
are not.
I don't think I am anymore.
As you step inside, your dark vision is going to immediately...
Sorry, may I interrupt a quick question? I just
Sure.
realized long rests get rid of exhaustion, correct?
They...
Even the
yes,
special exhaustion?
they get rid of a level of exhaustion, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And yeah, because we did, I had one level going into the last
Yes.
long rest,
so
I think.
that will...
Go away.
That will have done away with it, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to find my
it's
mute
okay.
button as you started talking.
No, it's totally okay. As you are in this room, though, anyone with a passive perception of 18 or higher is immediately going to see their their dark vision be set upon by a glimmer of light directly above them. About 50 feet above you, you are going to see one of those strange angler-style fish floating above, hunting around in the depths.
Grab Dorlen.
Hey, what's the big idea? What?
What? Look up.
The light devourer continues swimming. It doesn't appear to have noticed the sound Dorlen made.
Zenada's gonna inch closer to Dorlen and swiftly and quietly move a hand over his mouth. Just in case he's tempted out of shock.
Once again, they're not particularly pretty creatures.
I know,
No.
and the word light devourer doesn't sound nice.
Mm. Mm.
It's fine, guys.
It's fine. It's fine.
From this room, you can see that there are two tunnels that lead off of it. One to the north, and one to the southeast.
Where did we come in from?
You came in through a hole in the wall, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
So, one moment. So you came in through a hole in the southern wall.
Southern wall.
All right.
So almost sharing a corner with the tunnel that leads to the southeast. And I'm gonna swap us over to maps. All right. So
Thanks. Kaiko's gonna like shrug her shoulders and mime like flipping a coin for which direction.
It's south, we won't have to actually pass it, correct?
it's kind of
So we
floating
should go
kind of in
north.
this. Yeah, south is definitely the easiest to bypass.
Cool.
think-
Sabina will point south. Sorry.
I think that's a good idea. As a cleric, I've probably got some chalks. I'd like to make like an X by the path that we take, just
Totally.
to see if it'll hold in case. It's a
It's
little-
fairly dilute and underneath the water here, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you are going to be able to leave a little bit of a mark. You probably would honestly have better luck using a dagger. Something that
Oh, fair
scratches
enough.
rather than just because like talc will dissolve in water.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I have any, but I could use. Could I drag my quarterstaff in it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Totally could.
Perfect.
And I'm just going to make a roll, as that does make a little bit of a reverberation through the water.
All right.
You're going to see the light devourer above you continue to move and then kind of dart suddenly and then go back to normal.
Let's go.
It doesn't appear to notice you.
Yep. Shimmy, 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 let's go.
The current is
Kelly,
Yes,
quick question.
quick answer.
Well, actually, I guess not quick question. 30 feet. Kaeko's going to use. Actually, it's 30 feet from me.
Yep, and it is 50 feet above you, just so you know. Like, it's 50 feet up in the water.
Oh, okay.
So theoretically, you could pass underneath it without a problem.
No, I'm just wondering, because my idea, I was looking at, because I got a new cantrip when I leveled up, and one of them, it's minor illusion, which you can't make a sound, but if it's 50 feet above me, I'm not going to throw it towards the North Passage if it's still 50 feet above us.
It's
So
going to hurt them
I
more.
won't do that.
So, what were you intending on doing?
If it was coming closer to us, Kaeko was going to put a minor illusion, a sound, over by the north. If it looked
Nice.
like it was coming towards us.
Suddenly, its light snuffs. You see nothing above you.
Run.
And can I get an initiative roll?
Oh,
No.
All right, let's
Monkey
do
boy.
it.
Let me know.
Dear.
So I guess I did. It didn't look like it was coming towards us.
Nope.
Oh.
'Cause it vanished.
Oh. Wow.
All right. Because I have so many hurt the mores the people bought, I need to spend them.
Oh no.
Yes.
All right. So, checking down the initiative, I am going first.
Yup.
Yes, we did
Okay.
not roll
We
well.
did not.
I love it. I love it without Maggie.
We blew all our good all our good
Yep.
rolls in the first
Okay,
bit.
so I've got Kaeko with a 16.
And
with
that
the light.
was my roll with advantage
Holy crap! I've got
because
the
I
light
have
devourer.
Oh.
the shield thing or something that it gives
Yep.
it.
Okay,
Holy
Xarria
cow.
is at a 12. I've got Dorlen at a 12. I've got Zenada at an 8, and I've got Sabina at a 7. All right. There is going to be just a sudden, as it vanishes, and a pulse of light is the last thing you're going to see. It's going to be that sudden like flash of light that in the darkness kind of catches you off guard and makes it so that you have any difficulty perceiving anything around you. You know, there's that blindness, the night blindness when you look into a candle. And then it is going to surge downward and is suddenly going to flare back to life as light as it aims itself directly at, I'm going to roll randomly, Xarria. Xarria, it is going to shoot down toward you and is going to attempt to make some attacks. It's going to try to bite you. I'm going to spend a hurt them more for advantage on this. That's holy shit. I just rolled double nat 20s.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Advantage to myself.
Okay, so
Nice.
that I have to take the lowest of the 3 rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a tiefling devourer, not a light devourer.
Does an 18 hit you?
An 18?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Second bite then. Does a 20 hit you? Or pardon me, does a 21 hit you?
21 just does, yeah.
Okay. So the first one is going to just it's gonna go black for a minute, and then suddenly, directly in front of your face, the light is going to flare directly over your head, and these needle-like jaws, the size of a lion's mouth, is going to just come down right around the sides of your throat, ready to pop your head off like a grape on a vine.
Oh.
and suddenly there's going to be a silver flash that slams into the side of it, allowing you to duck out of the way. It snaps directly over your head, pulling out a couple of strands of hair. You're going to dodge to the side, and it is going to manage to bite you in spite of that, but it is not going to take your head off, which is for the best. That is going to be 5, 10, 18, 22 points of piercing damage. All right, and it is not radiating light at the moment, aside from its little flaming bit, unfortunately, or else this would be way more exciting for me. All right, so
Oh, you
that
know what?
Hmm.
I would like to Hellish Rebuke it.
I would like you to.
Yeah.
Perfect. I actually have to get that.
I love this song. Okay, what's it save? Don't worry about it.
Let me see. Okay, sorry, I just had to see how much damage I was doing at the.
Totally. I think it's 2d10 at your level.
It's 3d10
Oh god.
because it's always at second level. I cast it at second level. All right, well that was not as good as it could have been, but that's gonna be 19.
19. That is going to definitely do 19 points of damage. Pardon me. 19 points of damage to it. Ooh, thanks for making my math easy.
Anytime.
Its hit points ended in a 9. I love it when that happens.
Perfect.
All right. So you are going to flash out with your Hellish Rebuke, striking it. It is going to let... I'm going to spend a hurt them more because you just hit it with fire.
It is fire.
There is going to be a flash of that hellish fire, and it's going to ignite it, and it's going to snarl as it scurries back away from you, and you're going to see as all of the dots along its frame go and charge and begin
That's
pulsing.
not good.
No, it's really not. All right, Kaeko, you're up. What do you do?
Oh, this is this is great. So bonus action. Kaeko is gonna think of Bodhi and how she misses her guitar. So she's going to cast Spiritual Weapon and summon her guitar to her because she misses her axe.
Okay. Oh my god, really?
You're going to ask it a question?
I'm gonna ask the fish a question.
So I actually found an electric guitar.
Amazing.
Oh my
yeah, buddy! Oh yeah, Bodhi!
That's too big.
That's great.
So there you go.
Oh yeah.
Electric guitar.
Amazing.
All right, and let me just quickly controlled by. There you go.
Meow. Bonk. Ooh,
Okay,
still
so
mean
make me an
bonk.
attack roll.
With advantage because I gave myself the spiritual barbs.
God. Silvery
The spiritual
barbs.
barbs? The silvery barbs.
The spiritual weapon is not a silvery weapon.
Yeah, it's true.
Spiritual barbs are level up.
Spiritual
Does
barb
an
is like your next door
18
neighbor.
hit?
An 18 is going to hit.
Nice.
You're like El
Okay.
Kabong. Oh god damn it. So look in the chat, someone just said it. Kabong!
Come on. Come on. All right, 1d8 plus 3. This is, I believe it's force damage.
It is force damage.
Cool. Oh, that's a 7, so that's gonna be 10 points of force damage.
Ooh, beautiful.
And then Kaeko is going to, because she sees it lighting up, and I have the mobile feat, and we figured this out that you don't have to, or I can use the mobile feat with spiritual weapon. And Keiko's gonna swim just a little bit away from the group.
Okay.
She's gonna swim about like 20 feet away from
Okay.
the fishy.
Keeping the weapon between you.
Yeah, keeping the weapon between us, and then as a bonus action, she's going to just start looking at it and being like, God, you're such a fucking ugly fish. Like, God, do you have too much lights? Too much, like, fucking teeth? Like, God, what were you made by? Like a 4-year-old child in a, like, Play-Doh factory? And I need you to make me a wisdom save because our cantrips just went up a die, so that's nice.
Oh yeah, and spiritual weapon's a bonus action, so you can cast a cantrip as well.
Yes, I can.
Oh, was this a wisdom save?
Yep.
14. It's not enough.
You had to beat a 15.
I had to beat a 15. Damn it. Okay,
This
give it to
thing's
me.
smart enough?
It understands
It can hear
sass.
you. It
Huh.
has
Yeah.
to hear me, not
Vicious
understand
mockery.
me.
Yeah.
So
It's wild.
I'm
Which
gonna
one
hit
used
it.
to have to actually have an int level to work?
Yep. Not anymore.
I think it
Dissonant
did it
Whispers,
third.
I think, does.
Okay.
You, you
So
smell
it's gonna
like an
take
unwashed
psychic
vagina.
damage, and then it's gonna have disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay, so how much damage?
Just like I just rolled 8 points of psychic damage.
Oh god, you guys are actually rolling this fish pretty hard. Good job. All right, that's gonna be the
Could call
fish
it
is going
sushi.
to throw its like fins out and kind of and is going to hiss. Kind of, well, it's more of a kind of echoing kind of wail through the water. And Xarria or Dorlen, who wants to go first? I think
you.
Yeah, Xarria never gets to go this early in initiative.
It's right up in my face, right?
It's right up in your face.
I'd like to inflict wounds on it.
I would like you to go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Perfect.
And you're making a spell attack roll.
Reach out and touch fish.
That's a 19.
A 19 is absolutely going to hit. Roll damage.
Perfect.
Reach out and touch. Damn
That's gonna be 20 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, this fish is not having a good day. All right.
Oh, actually, it's first level spell, so that's 23.
Okay, so
So I
20.
remembered my. Oh wait, does it have blood?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's a 23.
All right. Touching it, you're going to see like bits of its blood actually starts to rise to the surface as it begins to pucker through the water like blister sores.
Where's that shirt? Does it have blood?
Does it have blood?
I'll add to the list. Dorlen, you're up. Unless do you have a bonus action that you like to use?
I'm going to. Do have a couple things. Going to. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna use Vital Sacrifice on myself.
Sounds good.
Take 5 points necrotic damage.
All right. Fantastic. You're charging up. Dorlen, you're up.
Dorlen will swim up beside Xarria, and between the glowing axe, and kind of look at it for a moment, and be like, "Nice," and then be like, "Oh, I don't know where to fish this thing." And just punch it twice.
Okay.
Or try to 25
Yep.
and a 13.
The 13 will not hit.
All right, so that'll be 10 thunder damage,
Okay.
and it has disadvantage to attack anyone but me.
Fantastic.
Oh,
And if it
I'll
does
use my
attack you,
bonus
it'll still
action.
have disadvantage on its first one.
Nice. I will put up my shield.
Okay. All right. So that was 10 points of damage total, right? Yep. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
Zenada, you are up. Time to make some sashimi.
All right. How damaged does it look? Does it look like it's really like
It-
limping?
It
And
is. Well, it's a fish, so it's not walking anywhere.
Yeah, but
it's not going to walk out
you
of
know
this
what I
fight
mean.
alive. It is definitely bleeding profusely into the water.
Okay.
I would say it is. What's the term I use? Bloodied.
Okay. So I can probably get away with just my normal attack, honestly.
Yeah. I think tactically, I would not spend your action surge on it.
Yeah. All right. That works. I will manifest my echo on the far side of it because I let it go after the last thing we did for it. And I'm just gonna have all the attacks come from the echo's location.
Perfect.
Let's see what we get. That's a 19, a 19, and a 14, which all get, I think, 7 added to them? 9 added to them.
9.
So I'm guessing they hit.
Yep.
Okay. And then what do I do? It's a D8.
Whenever Christine says my echo's location, I'm just picturing Zenada like screaming out, like using echolocation to her echo.
It's Bat Orc.
Yeah.
Na 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 Bat Orc. Bork. Bork bork.
Pork pork.
All right. What's your total? Oh, she's still going.
43. It's 3 attacks. Each of them gets its melee damage bonus added to it. So I have to add 21 to 3 dice as well.
All right, slashing forward 3 times. You're going to take off part of its fin. You're going to take off part of its little phalange thing, and you're going to smash some of its teeth in as you comb your blade through it. But it is still up, but not for long. Do you do anything else? Sabina.
Yeah, that's it, I think. I'll wait. I'll let Sabina do something.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's so kind of you.
You're welcome. Because I love you, right?
Aww.
I'm just that thoughtful. Like.
I think I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast because I get 3 beams now.
Oh man.
Now, as a bonus action, I can get Dax to use the help action. Can he help me with a spell? Can he like distract the fish?
Sure, on your first attack, yeah.
Wonderful. That works for me.
I'll say, why not?
You're a scholar and a gentleman.
I am at least one of those things.
Okay, so with advantage, wow, that's so bad. Oh no, never mind. It's an 11. Thought it was a 1, which I would have rolled. I always forget that. Double ones. 11 plus. What's my
You hit.
spell attack bonus? Okay, 8. So yeah, so 19. And then my other 2 attacks.
All right, so Dax is going to rush forward and leap up, kind of trying to bite at it, which causes it to pivot out of the way directly into your line of beam.
Wahaha. And then one of those is going to be a 20, dirty 20, and then one of them is a over that. And so those are 3 that are going to hit, and they are all a D10 of force damage. 1, 2, 3. Whoopah!
I mean, the fish is the natural prey of the cat, so it's understandable that it's scared.
Exactly. It's real good.
Right.
So that is 16 and 5 is 21. 21 force damage.
Okay.
And I was considering using my new invocation, but I fear it's not going to be terribly helpful in this situation.
So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and tell me how you do this to something that had 6 hit points left.
Oh my god. I think Sabina is she casts Eldritch Blast with her bow. So she goes to draw nothing, and 3 arrows show up and shoot out as Dax jumps up and grabs its little phalange bit and sort of drags it down so that I can get right, like kind of flips it so that its underbelly is right at me. But because it's dead, I am going to use the Grasp of Hadar.
Okay.
Instead of the arrows going out like normal, they stay attached to her bow and then just start reeling in and pull it until it lands like
You
at her
literally
feet,
learned
right
how to
between her
fish.
and I learned how to fish.
Teach a
I'm harpoon
halfling to
fishing.
fish.
feet of her lifetime.
Yep.
And it sort of like thumps at her feet, and she looks at Zenada and goes, I didn't know I could do that.
As it does, you slam it to your feet, and you are going to feel a rumble echo through the chamber as the creature is defeated. I need everyone to make me a strength saving throw immediately. As the currents begin increasing in velocity, suddenly swirling and around you.
Strength.
So that's a
save,
10.
you said? Oh no.
I'm going to use my determination, and that's going to be a 17.
All right,
Yeah.
24.
I kind of want to see what happens. I'm going to leave it at 10.
do it.
Oh my.
Oh.
All right.
We're gonna have to find where Dorlen gets sucked off to.
I don't want to answer that. So what'd you get, Keiko?
22.
22. All right, Zenada
24.
and Sabina.
Sabina got a 21 and Dax got a 17.
Okay. The whirl of the water will increase and is going to pick you up and hurl you. I'm going to spend a something good happens to make this funnier. As it does, Dorlen, it's going to pick you up and is going to swirl you, throwing you back a full 20 feet into the water against the ruidium shards on the wall. I need you to make me a charisma save, please. You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage from the spines.
That will be a 15 on the charisma save.
All right, you are going to gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
your ruidium corruption level is now at 2.
Yeah.
You slam into the wall.
So it's like, whoa. Oh, you can get ruidium corruption from just like, wow.
Getting stabbed with it. A piece of it is going
Today
to break
I
off in
learned.
your arm, and you are going to slam into a piece of the wall that is going to break away, revealing a secret door.
Ooh. Secret tunnel.
I found something. Oh,
Zenada's gonna swim over, I think, to Dorlen.
Okay. All of you
Did
realize.
anybody catch the name of that blimp? No, it was a zeppelin.
What?
All right. All of you
I don't-
realize that I need another strength save.
Oh, no.
Everyone but Dorlen. Dorlen is shielded.
Oh, okay.
14 for
Oh,
Keiko
nat
only.
20.
Nat
Yeah.
20. All right, Keiko,
Yeah.
you are starting to have trouble maneuvering yourself. But you are just barely doing it. Xarria, you got a nat 20. You are going to be fine. You can move through the water with ease. Sabina.
I got a 26.
Okay.
Dax got a 10, but I think I have determination.
You do not. You are the one person that
don't.
doesn't.
Never mind then. So it's 10.
10. All right. Here we go, Dax. Dax is going to take 4 points of iridium damage. I need him to make a charisma save.
Boise, okay.
And Zenada.
26.
26. You are going to see that Dorlen seems to be sheltered from this. Getting inside of that is probably the best way out of here, or moving to a different tunnel.
Move over here. Get in here. And Zenada's gonna try and move in.
Okay. You can all move in on your speed. Dax is going to be slammed against here. And your echo is going to pop.
I didn't even bother rolling for it.
What did he get on his charisma save?
A 9.
Okay. Dax is going to have a point of iridium corruption
And 1 level of exhaustion.
and 1 level of exhaustion. But he will be able to scrabble his way into this room, as will you if you wish to.
I will swim over there, yeah.
Okay. As you head that direction, you will find a small cave with a 15-foot high ceiling and a sandy floor covered with tarnished gold coins. Lying among the coins are 2 curious items, a ceremonial dagger made of jade and a stoppered vial containing a bubbling purple liquid.
Oh, I wonder what that does.
What do you all do?
Keiko's going to take her sword and like try and scooch the dagger towards her if no one else reaches for it. Kaiko's gonna
Dorlen's
like
going for the
slowly.
vial. It's moving.
Yeah,
He's
figured.
there for it.
So as you're
So I was
stepping,
kind of looking. Are these actual gold coins?
there are at your feet 750 gold pieces lying on the ground. And I would like a history roll from anyone who would like to make it.
Okay,
Sure.
let's try.
Keiko's not going
bad
to.
at that.
That'll be a 27.
Oh my god. I think I failed every history roll I've ever tried to roll
You
as
skipped that
Xarria.
class.
It's gonna be a 16.
It'll be a
I
27.
27,
8.
16, 8. Okay, Sabina didn't bother.
As a 2.
Okay, shut up. All right.
Sorry,
So
a 3. I do have a +1 intelligence. It's 3.
beautiful. So Kaeko, you are going to be able to grab a hold of that jade dagger because it didn't seem like anyone else was. Its hilt and crossguard are carved to resemble 2 green snakes coiled around one another. 2 snakes
Ooh.
facing each other, but they are one. Sorry, got my Conan reference of the night.
Yep, it's great.
Keiko
Keiko will put the dagger on her like belt.
You are going to see that the coins on the ground, those of you who succeeded your history roll, that so Dorlen and Zenada, these were minted before the calamity. To a historian, these are worth double.
Ooh. Let's save these in a. Do you have a separate sack in that bag, Dorlen?
Oh, I think I have a sack in here, but
Let's separate these out.
for the old coins, yeah, okay. That's not a.
They're
sorry,
worth
it's
more
bubbling.
than just as gold.
Well,
These are like
depending on-
pre-calamity.
Not really old coins then?
Yeah,
like
they're
super old?
They're collectors.
Oh.
They're special edition.
The scholarly types, I think, will pay a lot for them.
That's true. We will.
Yeah, we're gonna sell them to somebody else, though, Dorlen.
Yeah.
If we get out of here.
Hey, but did you see this? It's bubbling.
Yeah. Let's not open it.
Oh, I get it. It'll be a surprise for everyone once we do. All right.
Oh.
Secret weapon.
Sabina, as you're looking around with your passive, I'm going to say your passive survival, looking around this room, the door looks like it was bashed open but could be repressed. This could be a good backup hiding space if you need to rest with a shut door. Not for now, but for later down the line. Like just like looking
Sure.
for shelter, you'd know that automatically. Besides that,
she's focusing on Dax seeing the pieces of like ruidium that are stuck in him. She's trying to like pull them out like before they get absorbed into him and like
He's, like,
failing
licking it?
obviously. Yeah, and she's like trying to push his head away to like try to get at them and it's okay. And is gonna cast her just cure wounds on him as she's trying to pull these shards out, knowing that it's like useless but still trying.
Wait. Don't waste your magic here.
she's already done it.
You
Dorlen,
She's
I
Pam.
hesitate to say it, but could I use that?
Go ahead. And he'll hand it to you.
Aww.
Beautiful.
And she will cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Sounds
She
good.
go. Hurry,
From
hurry.
it, it's 1d8 plus 5.
28 plus
So
5. Okay.
as you're looking, there is still that single stoppered vial.
Oh, I think Dorlen's been playing with that the whole time.
Sure.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pop and taste.
Yeah.
Zenada was telling him not to open it, so we'll see what happens. But
I'll look at it first.
Okay. It's got a bubbling purple liquid inside of it.
Bubbling purple liquid. Pre-calamity, probably. If the coins are any indication. Look over at Zenada.
Not as mentally measuring space in between them.
just like
We're
Try
in
and-
water, Dorlen.
It's pretty viscous. It's gonna stay there.
it'll be fine.
Dorlen, this potion will combine the beneficial effects of a superior healing potion and a potion of heroism.
Whoa!
Oh, it's for you, and I'll pass it to Zenada.
What is it, Dorlen?
It's very, very potent.
That makes me nervous coming from you.
No, it's it's like, I don't know, 6 healing potions crammed in together at one with a little bit of fuse to give you some boost. Just try a little bit. You'll see.
Well, if it's, I'm not hurt.
You just need to. Fine. Just save it for. Yeah, it's for you.
All right.
Oh, actually, no. I don't need that.
Try and make sure it's securely corked and put it in a belt pouch then and be like, don't know if she's gonna use that, not knowing what it is. It's beyond healing.
And I think
and
there's
something.
a little bit of nutmeg in it.
So mechanics wise, what does that do?
Potion of healing superior and a potion of heroism. So
Yeah, I put the description for heroism in the chat.
So you have those things. You can prep that for next time you need to use it.
Which is amazing. Holy crap.
It's a
What
good
does
potion.
superior healing do? It's
A lot
how
of
many?
healing.
8d8 or is it 8d4?
It's 8d4.
Yeah, 8d4 plus 8.
It's a goodie. It's a goodie. All right. So as you're inside of there, you can still hear the sound of the current in the next chamber. It doesn't appear to be going away. And all you can hear is the ragged breathing of the Apotheon. Out, surrounding you. The sorrow and self-hatred turned to malice. And I think that's probably where we should call game tonight, actually. I think that's a good place.
Nice.
What? Holy shamoly!
Welcome to the vents of the vents of fury. I am excited. I actually think that you guys splitting up, you'll probably make decent time. Ooh, how do I get you over there? I want you over there now.
We'll get there. Is this gonna be Witchlight where we just accidentally go down the right corridor?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, actually, are you on the correct side?
That's funny.
You are. Oh, they're on the side that I want you on. Damn it.
Oh no. Just save up like 4 hurt the Moors or something good happens and just all of
Well,
a sudden
the
we
thing
have
is that-
swap.
We've already
doesn't
found out
matter.
that those currents are a bitch.
They are.
They are a bitch.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about this dungeon though is that I can literally just make you go to a different chamber
Nice.
because
That's
it's all warpy, right? So
Yeah.
and even if I think
Yeah.
it says that in the module, it's been a while since I read the very opening of the chapter, but even if I
Wibbly
don't,
wobbly.
I'd rather give you on a tour of the best rooms, right?
Yeah.
Really wobbly,
definitely.
timey-wimey.
There are a few where you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
All right, so folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Call the Netherdeep. We're on our heroic countdown to the last episode, and thank you for sticking with us. We're going to keep going until it's done. I cannot thank you enough for tuning in with us and for being here. We got a lot of games this week, though, so be sure to come back tomorrow night for Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, and on Thursday night for the finale of Vampire the Requiem Party Monsters, which is mostly just going to be a tour of trauma. It's going to be great because they all did the thing I hadn't expected, which is always
God, I hope Dragonlance is a little upbeat because after I guess tonight was pretty empowering, but still,
would
it's been
you
a lot
like
of
to
trauma.
would you like to see the title of tomorrow night's episode?
Oh
Yes.
God.
We have a Kender. It can't not be.
Oh
my
no!
God.
Shit.
Oh no!
Shit.
So
I
everyone, make
stand
sure you get your
corrected.
cozy blankets and your teddy bears, and make sure that
It'll
you
be
are
good tomorrow
and
night. It's gonna be
cozy.
rough, folks.
Oh.
But there's a
I'm
no
gonna bring
player
my
involved.
crafts and my snacks, and I'm
Yep.
gonna watch.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's a fun game to watch. Like it's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Last
incredible.
Tomorrow's
episode.
gonna be my first time back after the big battle.
Mhm.
She hasn't had a chance necessarily to check on her younger brother yet.
Thoughts and prayers.
Lots of prayers.
Thoughts and
Oh,
prayers.
God.
You're a cleric. That does something.
It's
Her
true.
whole
It's
life
true.
is
You're one of the only
probably in
people that works
shambles
for.
at this point.
We
All
thought
right.
you. Oh wait, no, you're helping mercenaries. I was like, I thought you did go check on your family. That's why you left. But no, you're helping them. The heal.
You're
people.
helping.
I
She's
think I
helping
was in
heal
the healing
people right now.
tents or whatever.
All right, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. A big shout out to all of our members over on patreon.com/dorktales. I need to do a big shout out to our world building producers, Shulton and Soul Omen. You both are fantastic. Because of them, you are getting a campaign in 2024 probably, and Tapir people and a side campaign and an assault net. It's going to be pretty great. Two completely different settings. It's going to be fantastic. They've been both putting in a lot of work there. Big props to my divine producers, DM Michael Gray and my mom Jan. Woo. I cannot wait to see what type of god my mom comes up with. That's going to be weird.
Got to be a god of sleep and a god of dreams because she
What?
made you sleep.
Maybe that's true. I will say that you encourage that. To my demonic producer Precarious, who I've got to work with to come up with all of the hells of Elos. To Tammy, the wizard of the Patreon, who I'm going to have some really cool stuff for very shortly. Sorry, I've been sick. And oh my god, to what I have to rename now because the princes of the Patreon, I have 11 of them to list off. So the council, the royal council of Patreon, I don't know.
I like Royal Council.
The council of Patreon, to the very least, is Taryn, the Traveler, Buddy, Trezelta, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Drew Thompson, Sergio, and Chef Aladeth. You all are amazing. If you want to join them and help us afford to make new content, help us afford to try out new games, big thank you to Paul and Chino, who basically bought me my copy of Pathfinder 2nd Ed when this whole OGL thing went down. So big shout out to you, man. Like he's just like new game fund here, house end, and I'm like,
I met him. He's quite nice.
we're gonna meet him
lovely.
next month.
Yeah,
We
he's
were
great.
going to back in
good,
October,
good.
but we're actually gonna next month. It's gonna be great.
I sewed some buttons on for him.
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
Of
Did you
course
rip them
did.
off first? Was it just like, bodice rip?
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very lovely trench coat. I would never do that
That's
to a very lovely
wonderful.
trench coat.
So, folks, if you want to join them and get advanced access to new content and to help support the stream, reminder that we are an independent stream and everything comes out of pocket here. So it is really useful to have people who are basically angel investors in what we do. You get a lot of content, and hey, it's cheaper than what certain Beyond things are going to be if the leaks are correct. Just saying. But that's going to be it for us. Thank you so much. At the very least, like, subscribe, smash bells, and join us in the Discord for lit memes. And with that, we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.